curses! I did the same thing last night. Multitasking is not my forte. Alright. Happens to the best. It will continue to happen to me. I don't see an end in sight. Alright. Let's see. Speaking of which, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, that Elmo in front of the fire emote. Yeah, I need to add that to Twitch. I agree. I thought I had, but maybe not. Maybe I need to check. Maybe it didn't get, oh man. This violin is messing me up. I gotta turn it off. Maybe it didn't get approved. That's the word. So this game, Vampire Therapist, is a hidden gem. Oh yeah, the therapy room is like above a nightclub full of goths and vampires. So I don't remember if you were in the last night, Mocha. But we went through a nihilistic person with addiction issues. He's like basically Rick Sanchez. You gotta help him see his cognitive distortions. This is like you're using actual cognitive behavioral therapy, and it teaches you to catch your own self. I caught my own self labeling last night. So I love how it gamifies this, and it also gets into like philosophical stuff. Strangely enough, I mean, look at this. I'm a cowboy vampire therapist, but it really does get into all kind like humanist existential stuff. It's right up my alley. I love it. Yeah. It's interesting playing this because, especially if you're streaming, because, the ones you don't get are the ones that you don't recognize in your own life, So, yeah. So pay attention to that. You can learn about my Zozi psyche. Okay, so we're this cowboy. His name is Sam Walls. And he's learning to be a therapist from this, 3,000-year-old vampire. And let's see, I think we're, 200 and something. So, we went through our first 4 or 5 clients last night. And now we're going through each one again on their second... I think we're doing the same ones again, like their second sessions.
Not bad. A little overwhelmed, but I guess I kind of have a lot going on these days.
Also, there was an entire episode of The Three Stooges. We watched all 18 minutes of it as part of this game, and I love them so much for it.
Indeed you do. The mind is an easy place to get lost in, is it not?
You ain't kidding. Keeping all them cognitive distortions in my head and sorting through all my clients' problems ain't easy.
I got lost in my head, 3 minutes ago.
We are not machines, Samuel. I believe you will find that you can never handle everything at once.
I'm vibing to the nightclub music.
There is a term the mortals use these days. Multitasking. It's a kind of meta-control fallacy. Even we must handle thoughts one at a time.
Yep, that's the one. That's the one I struggle with.
I guess. I just hope I can concentrate on my own therapy with all this stuff bouncing around in my noggin.
I do not expect you to be an exception to the rule, my dear fellow. Let us see whether we can clear your head.
I'm picturing like a visualization of what they're talking about, as being like one of those bullet hell video games, just inside your head, and each thing is a thought.
I would like to introduce you to a ritual I have learned for stealing the mind.
You gotta lurk. Okay, thank you for lurking, Mocha. A ritual he's learned for
This
stilling
some
the
kind of
mind.
ancient vampire secret? Something the old ones gave you that's been lost to time? Something mortals
Meditation!
could never imagine?
Yes! Meditation!
No, it's just meditation.
Hell yeah. Yeah! Yeah!
Oh,
Oh shit, stupid meditation. Sounds
That does
boring.
not make the technique any less valuable. Now then, close your eyes. I will guide you through this process.
Okay.
Think of a place that brings you comfort. Where is it?
I'd have to say the woods. I always liked being in nature.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then imagine the woods and let your thoughts come to you.
Oh. Oh, he's switching to his hypnotic
Be
voice.
attuned to
Listen
your
to that.
body. Breathe, and you will be able to address your thoughts and clear your mind. Now close your eyes and begin.
Minigame. Oh, wow. Cool. It's a meditation minigame. Okay, so we're breathing in. But there are our thoughts. I ain't cut out for this therapy thing. And he sure is a tall glass of water. He misses his princess. Maybe a daughter? Alright. So we're breathing in, and we're acknowledging thoughts as they come up. I'm also going to use my meditation techniques to focus. Oh, breathe in and out by clicking. Okay, okay. Watch as breathing slows down your thoughts. Last to clear a thought, hover over it. Interesting. Interesting.
I ain't cut out for this therapy thing.
Breathe in,
And it sure is a tall glass of water.
breathe out.
I miss my princess.
Aw,
I kinda miss farting.
breathe.
Focus, Sam, focus.
Okay.
Got
Interesting.
a pretty mane.
Who's got a
Wonder what's
pretty
on
mane?
Netflix.
His horse. Wait, okay, I'm hovering over it.
Should I hook up with Reinhardt? I'm so bad at meditating.
Oh, that's part of it though. What you're practicing is, and I'm also
I like blood from San Antonio, not New York City.
breathing in,
Relax, ain't no vampire hunters here.
breathing out. Breathing in. I wonder what's on Batflix. Breathing in.
Who's my favorite horse? Is it you?
It's you. Breathing out. Oh. There we are. Breathe in. Breathing out. How do I make it go away? Breathing in. Oh, I have to hover over it long enough. Okay. Breathing in. Breathing out. Oh, I see. I get it now.
How are you feeling now?
I get it. I get it. My dog is about to bark. What are you barking at? What are you barking at? What's up? You hear a sound? Sunny hears a sound. Do you hear the nightclub music? Is it doing you a concern? It's okay, Sunny. My doggy has some concerns. All right.
Yeah, alright. Fine, really. All them thoughts just feel like thoughts.
So the thing with meditation is, hey Sonic, hi, welcome in. Sunny says hi. The thing about meditation is that that's basically what most people experience when they first do it. It's just a bunch of thoughts coming up like normal, and that's expected. That's what our brains do. Meditation is, or mindfulness is the act of catching yourself and paying attention to your thoughts and going back to focusing. And that sounds simple, but it's like a workout for your brain. You are creating new neurons, you're creating new connections in your brain so that when you go about your life, you're not just running on autopilot, you're not constantly reacting to things. You're able to stop and catch yourself and think and respond to things and make decisions with more clarity about and be clearer and more in control of the sort of person you want to be. And a lot of times the issues, what actually causes things like depression is the feeling, the cognitive distortions underneath it is the belief that you don't have any control or that you can't do anything about it. And so depression is a response to that in like a despairing kind of way. So that's why I love, honestly, meditation combined with cognitive behavioral therapy is super powerful. Meditation and mindfulness is what gives you the fuel to be able to catch yourself with the cognitive distortions. Okay, that's all. I'm off my soapbox. Here we go.
What sorts of things came up for you?
Well, I thought about my clients. I thought about all them cognitive distortions. My horse came up a lot.
He's thinking about his horse.
Your horse?
Your horse.
Yeah.
Well, the fact is, I did murder someone last
Back
night.
when I was alive.
I turned into a vampire. It's a long story.
Can't really
It's a
stop.
long story. I turned into a vampire. It's a long story. Oh, his horse's name was Princess.
I understand.
Oh, he
I have
misses his
bonded with many
horse.
horses in my own life, but it sounds as though the loss of Princess was particularly fraught.
Fraught.
Yeah.
What happened to Princess? Aw.
Would you like to start there?
Not sure I'd like it. But seeing as it's come up, maybe we should talk about what happened to her. It's got a lot to do with my old gang.
Oh, backstory. Backstory time.
I mentioned them before. Well, the Mystic Bastards was their name.
The Mystic
They were the gang to
Bastards.
join if you had nothing to lose, and I had nothing to lose.
I'm gonna change you guys' name from Shatterpillars to the Mystic Bastards.
That sounds like some Nosferatu thinking, my friend.
Don't cry, Sonny. Why are you crying?
Oh, I can see that now. But it turned out I still did have something to lose. And they took that from me to prove my loyalty.
Oh no.
They took my princess, killed her in cold blood, and made me watch the whole thing. They made sure she saw me too.
Oh,
No.
Samuel, I'm so sorry.
I just stood there, watching her dying, with them big eyes looking at me like she knew I betrayed her. They knew what it would take to break me, and it's my fault for letting them do it.
Oh, dang.
But Samuel, these Mystic Bastards, it sounds as though these loyalty tests were a cruel, mechanical part of their indoctrination process. These are the actions of a cult. They had no special care for you or your princess.
Well, it sure as shit worked. They knew where to hit me, and it's my fault for letting it happen.
What they did, Samuel, had little to do with you personally. You were vulnerable, and they took advantage. This is what cults do. But Samuel, you are exhibiting a cognitive distortion known as personalization. You are attributing the Mystic Bastard's actions entirely to your own supposed failings.
Oh, we got a new one. Personalization. It's like saying, they did this because I'm bad.
While it is natural to grieve for your horse, holding yourself solely responsible is neither fair nor accurate.
Or, no, it's my fault because somebody did this. Ah,
Hold on a sec, my head's hurting. I can't hold on to all them distortions all the time. Ain't personalization a lot like a control fallacy?
yeah, that's gonna trip me up in a minute.
An astute observation, Samuel. Personalizations are often a form of control fallacy. While control fallacies often manifest as a belief that you have more control over external events than is actually the case, personalization is a more specific tendency to believe that external events are reactions to you.
Ah.
But let us leave control fallacies out of the picture for now. You are correct that keeping all distortions in mind at once is unrealistic. I would not interrupt your thoughts if I did not think personalization important. You are shouldering the blame for Princess's death. I can see that.
Well, if it ain't my fault, who else's is it?
The Mystic Bastards, of course. Let me put it into perspective for you. I will make a series of statements, and you help me identify the personalization distortion.
Okay. We're gonna practice.
I overslept in my coffin because I forgot to set my alarm.
No, that's not it.
I bit Crimson's neck last night and missed the vein because I was distracted. It was entirely my fault.
I don't know. Okay, let's pause. What? Oh, I see. Did your bone go under the heater? Blink. That was a blink of yes. Alright, hold on. I'll help you, Sonny. Wait, just a second. Don't put it under there anymore. There. Okay, you got your bone. That's what it was. So what Sunny does, she'll take a bone or a ball and she will put it under some kind of furniture and then lay down and cry. And that is what was happening. She may do it again. Okay. Now, Sunny is happy again. She's chewing on her little bone. Okay, I don't think it was entirely my fault. That's not... I want to see what the next one is.
Batflix raised my subscription price again because they knew I would pay no matter what.
There we are. That's the one.
Well, that's the personalization. Badflix has no earthly clue who you are. They just raise their subscription prices anyway.
Ow. Stupid Batflix. Alright.
Just as your gang planned to isolate members from their former lives. Do you see the connection?
I guess so. I was just too stupid to see it at the time.
No. Don't label yourself.
Calling yourself stupid is what distortion?
Labeling.
Yeah, it's labeling. But I should have known anyway. I knew that crew was bad news. I just thought I was bad news too.
Yeah, that's definitely it, because that gets my attention. I get up and I move something for her. She's actually not a very cuddly dog. I love cuddly dogs, and she's not that. She's more of a tug, like chewing on things, tugging a rope, or running as fast as she possibly can kind of dog. She's a real little boy's dog. The corgi breed is like that. Every once in a while she'll cuddle, like if she's really sleepy.
You should have known.
Should have known.
That's another distortion of reality,
That's
Samuel.
a short statement.
All right, fine. Should statement, whatever. So what the hell am I supposed to do, Andy? Say nothing's ever my fault and I don't gotta know nothing?
Oh, he's getting mad. Why are you so mad?
I was responsible for getting that beautiful horse killed.
Oh no. So even though he knows the cognitive distortion, sometimes it's
She
complicated.
trusted me, and if I'd been someone else, she wouldn't have had to die in that awful way.
I am not asking you to lie to yourself. Far from it. And I am not suggesting that you absolve yourself of all responsibility. But what would you say if a friend came to you with the same story? Would you tell them what they should have done? Would you call them stupid? You said yourself that you joined your gang because they were the gang to join if you had nothing to lose. I do not think this is a circumstance most people choose.
Yeah, I suppose.
Remember, Samuel, we are trying to reframe our thinking by clarifying these distortions. I know it may feel as though I am picking on you, but I am not. Let us forget what you should have done to make room for a different distortion.
Okay.
You are drawing a direct link from your emotion to the death of your horse. This is a distortion called emotional reasoning.
Ah, new distortion, emotional reasoning.
I understand the guilt you feel, Samuel, but your guilt does not act on its own. This terrible thing, it did happen, and some choices you made undoubtedly created the circumstances for it to occur. You are not blameless, but let us restrict your blame to what you have actually done.
I'm sorry. I get awful worked up when talking about my princess. You should have seen her, Andy. She had these eyes. She looked right into my tainted soul and still loved me.
Aw.
I understand, Samuel. We feel tremendous guilt when we fail an animal. When we look at reality, it is not to dismiss our burdens, but to process them fairly.
When we fail an animal, I had as he said that, I imagined the cat looking at me with her cat bowl, and she still has food in it, but she can see the bottom of the bowl looking at me like, you failed me.
I would like you to understand emotional reasoning so you can see how emotions color our thoughts. Please listen and call me out when I am using emotional reasoning.
Emotional reasoning throws me off because, you know, all of it feels like everything is kind of because of emotions. You know, emotions are at the heart of, you know, some of these distortions. So, like, by default, I'm like, that's emotional reasoning.
I feel anxious. Perhaps it is the garlic naan I smell from the Indian restaurant next door.
Anxious. Garlic, because he's a vampire.
The mood in my club is somber tonight. I am sure it is a reflection of my own dark mood.
That one's probably it. We'll say that.
That's the emotional reasoning right there. I don't think them folk in the club know too much about how you're feeling.
Yeah.
Exactly. Our emotions can feel all-encompassing, and that is purely biological.
Yes, yes.
We are animals, Samuel. There is a small cluster of brain tissue at the base of the cranium that tells us we are safe or that we are about to die. The complexity of our existence is at odds with our biology, but we have the logic to recognize it.
Well, if reincarnation's a thing, I think I'd rather come back as a horse.
What if he came back as princess?
It is indeed a boon and a curse to have human complexity of thought.
No kidding. If I were a horse, I'd know better than to join any cowboy gang, let alone the Mystic Bastards. I'd be happy with a bag of oats and a field to run around in.
That's all anybody needs.
How did you end up with the Mystic Bastards in the first place?
Well, like I said, I didn't have much choice. Nobody would have taken me in at that point, except a hangman, maybe. I wasn't a vampire yet, so hanging didn't sound too appealing.
Ooh, what'd you do, Sam?
The last job I did got my brother killed, and after that, my wife left with my daughter and I never saw him again. Can't say I blame her.
Oh man, and it's the horse that he
I didn't
it's the
have
horse
nobody.
that he loves.
Ain't no surprise that a vampire gang would be the only people to take me in.
Aha, so that is how you turned.
Yes, sir. It wasn't pleasant. Not the candlelight and writhing body sort of affair you see in mortal vampire stories.
That is terrible, Samuel. The turning is never easy. How did they find you?
That job that got my brother killed, we partnered up with one of them Mystic Bastards for it. He knew where to find me.
Oh no.
And he knew you were vulnerable and that you had no place to go.
I've thought about that. Were they setting me up all along? Maybe. But whether they were or not, I really didn't have any place to go. I know when them wanted dead or alive posters go up, folk find dead easier and more fun.
Ugh.
People saw me as outlaw scum when I was a kid, and there was no way they were going to be kinder knowing I was in a gang.
You know this for a fact. You are certain that no one would have any pity on you at all. That your only recourse was to join your gang.
Uh-oh.
I guess I don't actually know that no one but the bastards would have taken me in. Sounds like a cognitive distortion, huh?
I think you see the patterns now. It may seem like pedantry, and perhaps it is, but pedantry is the search for ultimate truth.
That's fair. That's fair.
Spoken like a true pedant.
Agree.
It comes with being terrifyingly old.
Terrifyingly
You
old.
discovered the cognitive distortion before I could point it out to you.
Yay.
It is a cognitive distortion similar to Nosferatu thinking. So let us put that particular distortion out of our minds for now.
Oh, good. Phew.
Yes, things were grim for you, but your experiences caused you to assume that there were none who would favor you with a kind eye.
Yeah.
You were exhibiting the cognitive distortion of overgeneralization.
I remember
The
that
idea
one.
that no mortal could accept you.
Oh, yeah, that's why he took Nosferatu thinking out, because it's very similar. That's what tripped me up, I think, when I initially discovered cognitive behavioral therapy, is that some of them are similar to the others. And I had a hard time figuring out what was what, and I doubted myself as to, what I thought it was.
This clouded truth made you vulnerable to the mystic bastard's approach.
Damn. Maybe we went wrong, huh? I should have joined the Foreign Legion or something.
What we believe is
Dang it, should statement.
our reality. Hey, it was a shit statement.
Your mind is not a cognitive distortion shooting gallery, Samuel. Cut yourself some slack. All we seek is recognition of our distortions, not perfection and not punishment.
Yep.
Let us test your ability to recognize overgeneralization. Then I believe we will have covered enough for tonight. Allow me to begin. Elder vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Overgeneralization.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire? You don't seem like much of a know-it-all.
That's right, Samuel. Though in all honesty, I used to be quite insufferable myself. I aspire to be more patient these days. Let me continue. It seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
Emotional reasoning.
My friend, we are only focusing on overgeneralizations right now.
Oh, my
Try
bad.
once more.
I wonder
Elder
what it is.
vampires are insufferable. They all think they know everything.
Wait, ain't you an elder vampire?
That's right, Samuel. Though
Okay.
I aspire to be more patient these days. It
Yeah.
seems to me that being a werewolf is pretty rough.
Overgeneralization.
Well, that's
what?
kind of an overgeneralization, ain't it? You don't really know what being a werewolf is like.
I agree, but I only said that it seemed to me that being a werewolf was rough.
Oh, well, that dog joke has got to be a distortion of some kind.
No, it is just a bad joke. Vampires
Dang it.
from Transylvania all have funny accents. I want to suck your blood. Who talks like this?
That's overgeneralization.
That seems like an overgeneralization, Andy. I ain't sure any of them ever sounded like that. Pretty sure they all sound American these days anyway from watching bat flicks all the time.
Correct, Samuel. I apologize for the offensive accent. It was employed only to prove a point. Well done, Samuel. Your ability to identify cognitive distortions continues to impress. But let us bring things back to you. I do not ask you to absolve yourself of the things you have done. You did not have the tools to be mindful of the thought patterns that made you vulnerable to the mystic bastards.
Hello, ads are over. Welcome back. So today we've learned overgeneralization, emotion, and emotional reasoning.
I have seen mindfulness take root in you, though, Samuel. I hope this session has been helpful to you.
It's been
Yeah.
helpful to me.
I'm still sad. I'm still regretful about Princess. I think I'll always be. My not being mindful is what killed her. Every time I think about it, I just know I'm a terrible person who messes everything up. But I think the awareness helps.
It does. Then please tell me what cognitive distortion you just exemplified. Was it emotional reasoning, overgeneralization, or personalization?
All of them.
I guess it was kind of all of them.
Masterful deduction, Samuel. Your sense of self-awareness is most impressive. Remember, cognitive distortions are not a cudgel to beat yourself with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. If we're spouting cognitive distortions all the time, ain't my clients gonna be mad at my constantly interrupting them?
You continue to impress. Yes, we cannot bully our clients with distortions. Thus, I find it is best to clear our minds and focus on a few during each session. Keeping endless distortions in mind is not easy for a therapist either, after all.
Right.
I think we have done excellent work tonight, and I'm certain you've built up a thirst. I know this evening was emotionally intense. Ask Crimson for some scotch.
But
Drinking booze ain't exactly compatible with our biology, Andy.
By scotch, I mean Scottish blood. It's iron-rich and quite delicious. I age it in whiskey barrels.
That sounds pretty nice. I might just do that and call it an early night.
As you wish, Samuel. Rest well, and do not lasso yourself so tightly as you say. You are deserving of love, especially from yourself.
yeah.
I'm just gonna leave before I get more embarrassed.
Very well,
Hi,
Samuel.
Spring.
Rest in
Hi,
peace,
welcome
my
in.
friend.
We're learning more cognitive distortions. We're focusing on some different ones tonight.
Samuel, greetings. You are seeing Dr. Drain again tonight, yes?
Dr. Drain, oh boy.
That's right. I'm keen to see how he's getting on. That fella's got himself wrapped up real tight.
More CBT, yay.
Do not expect too much
Super
change too
fun.
quickly. It takes a while for thoughts to internalize, even when we know the truth of them logically.
I do love how gamified learning like this just is fantastic. I love when I'm being tricked into learning something. But when it's gamified, you discover it yourself and it sticks. It sticks better.
It took me only 2,800 years or so to internalize what I needed.
Oh man.
I don't think the doc's gonna be too keen to wait that long.
I do not think he will have to. Unlike myself, he has you to guide him.
Fun learning. I love to learn. I mean, I am playing this game.
Oh gosh, I barely know what I'm doing, boss. I'm not sure I can keep track of all these new distortions I know about.
It's been forever since I used to read a ton of like fantasy and like fairy tale kind of, supernatural escape from the world kind of fiction books, but as the years have gone on, most of the books in my library are nonfiction. And it's all just things where I've followed my curiosities,
I do not expect you to. We humans are distortion machines, my friend.
Distortion machines.
But let us ensure we address Dr. Drain's core distortion. You know what it is, don't you?
Disqualifying the positive.
It's disqualifying the positive, ain't it?
Dr. Drain does indeed exhibit this cognitive distortion, as we all do.
Yup. Yeah, I keep seeing people with books that they're reading on my Blue Sky timeline, and like they look like just fantastic little worlds that they're escaping into, and I'm like, I might need that book.
But there is a distortion that truly drives his decision making. I think you can tell me what it is.
He's afraid of happiness. I used to when I was a kid, I would read like crazy. Like the librarians would be like, "Oh, there she comes." I was that kid. It is a hefty investment. I had it used to be called Scribd, but now it's called Everand, and it's like Spotify but for books. And I like it better than Amazon's. What is it called? Like the Kindle stuff, and like because they have audiobooks in it that are not done by AI, and it's totally worth it. absolutely totally worth it. What is it? Everand. Hold on. That's the one. I think. Let me make sure. I'd hate for that to... Yep, that's it. That's it. That's the one. So much cheaper. I love it. Now, where was I? Where was I? I was somewhere. I was here. Okay, there's a distortion. It's being a big old grumpus. No, it's should statements.
That fella's a should statement machine, I'll tell you what.
Right?
That's right. We can be certain he will carry this distortion with him, but I would like you to pick the rest to keep in mind, Samuel.
Okay.
Up until this point, you have addressed client distortions in small clusters.
Oh.
But now that you are aware of more cognitive distortions, you will notice them everywhere.
Yep.
We must not use cognitive distortions as weapons to beat our clients with. So pick 4 more to keep in mind during your session.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what do I do if I detect he's showing the distortions I'm putting aside?
You do not need to address all of them, my friend.
Okay.
You will not catch every distortion, and if you did, I believe your clients would find you irritating. I do not alert you to half of your cognitive distortions.
That's right. He doesn't.
We know that Dr. Drain will exhibit should statements. What else do you think he will come to this session with?
Oh, wow. Look at this little interface. Personalization. Disqualifying the positive. And... Aw, dang it. Nosferatu thinking and emotional reasoning. Trip me up. That one. And that one. Yeah! Maybe?
I think I've got what I need now.
Oh, I hope this is right. Let's see.
Very good, Samuel.
Yay!
I will leave you to it. Have confidence. It is well earned.
I guess I just gotta believe you. All right, Andy, I'll do my best.
I know you will. I will see you after your session.
I think I'm ready. And here comes the man himself.
Dr. Drain.
Dr. Drain, good to
That's-
see you again. Yes, well, I wish I could say the same. I have not had the most productive month. Back on this productive wagon, huh? Last time we were talking about all them should statements. Yes, exactly. And what a waste of time that was. I took what we spoke about to heart, you know, like a fool. But the should statements, as you so tritely put them, were the only thing holding me together.
Oh, no.
You ignored the addiction problem I came to you with. Nay, worse, you told me it was fine. And oh, how eager I was to test that theory.
Oh, no. Oh, he mad.
I have partaken of my awful plasma almost every night. I am more monster than man now.
Oh, no.
Sounds to me like we could be having a fruitful conversation about moderation. I have a better idea. Seeing as you do not understand the gravity of the situation, I will make you understand.
Uh-oh.
This is the plasma I've spoken of. Pure vampiric essence. I will show you how should statements are the remnants of our humanity. We should not be so quick to cast them away.
Okay. I mean, that's a should statement?
I agree with you that should statements are human, but that don't make them universal. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's lots of ways to live, Doc.
Yeah.
That is exactly the problem, Sam. We don't live. And this is the result most dire. Witness the wages of our sin. Now hold on a sec, Doc. I think we better... The
Uh-oh.
time for caution is over. Goodbye, Sam.
Oh, no.
What in hell?
What?
Does it feel good to be alive?
What?
To you, darling.
Oh, my God. What's happening? Oh, no. When he takes the drug, he turns into a different person.
I'm Sam. I'm your therapist, Doc. You know that.
Oh, dude.
My therapist. Oh, how wonderful. How absolutely pathetic. A vampire therapist. Oh, what a sad, pathetic waste you are, Dr. Drain.
Hey.
Allow me to introduce myself, then. I am Lord Lyridus.
Lyridus.
Unlike that sad sack of quivering shit you've been talking to, I am a vampire.
I like how his fingernails just got a lot longer, just suddenly.
I kill, I drink, I fuck, and I'm dead sexy.
He said the F word. Oh, we're gonna comment. How are you doing without why glasses? Why does the other guy wear glasses in the first place?
Weren't you wearing glasses before?
They just fused into his
I
body.
don't need glasses. Reading is what people do when they can't find anyone to fuck, which is not a problem I face.
Well, shit.
Oh, you're missing out, fella. I got into reading after I died, and there's whole worlds to discover in books.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so fucking boring. There's a whole world to discover up my ass as well.
Oh no.
Well, you don't have to be so crass. Yes, I see it in your eyes. You're afraid, aren't you, American? Your Puritan blood chills at the sight of me. Maybe I'll warm it up before I drain it from you and turn you into a husk with a stupid hat.
Oh.
I wouldn't try it. I'm not you, though, am I? And I am always hungry.
Sam's back to shoot you, Lord
I
Lyridus.
suggest you stay right where
There it
you
is.
are. A vampire with a gun? Oh, how our kind have fallen. What are you going
Hey,
to
Snow.
do, cowboy? Kill me? Nope, but I can make sure the next few months ain't fun for you. Oh, how very kind of you to care about me, darling. It'll be our dear Dr. Drain who suffers. But I need the little worm for now, so I suppose I'll let you live.
What's Everand? We were talking about how expensive it is to read fiction books. And I was recommending everand.com to Spring. That's an excellent place to read books that you know you're not ever going to read again. And it's like Spotify or Netflix, but for books. And it has, at least the last time I was subscribed to it, it has like the best selection that I've seen, like more than like Amazon. Yeah, I love it. Especially if you're a voracious reader and you read a book in like one day and then that's it. You spent $15 on that book and then you put it somewhere and you're done with it. So yeah, Everand. What is expensive?
Mighty kind of you. Now you just settle on down and we're gonna have a chat.
You settle on down. It reminds me of like Andy Griffith. Now he's like, now simmer down, y'all. Now simmer down.
Talking. We are animals. We are not meant for talking. But very well.
Not meant for. Well, shut up then. Shut
At
up.
least give me something to drink. I can rely on your piteous human blood to do me that kindness, yes?
Huh.
All right, but I'm watching you, hombre. Look all you like. The show is free.
Ew.
This is better than the swill I usually prefer. I'm more of a quantity over quality sort of creature.
Samuel. Well, so this is Dr. Drain. When he takes the drug that he made, it's like a plasma, he turns into this alter ego of himself.
Yeah, I know your kind. I used to be a lot like you.
Whoa.
And I suppose now you are just as repressed as the sad creature that exerts control over this luscious body of mine.
Luscious. Luscious is almost kind of like the word moist to me. Like sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't. It is.
I'm more free than I've ever been, but don't you worry about me. Let's talk about you.
Like if you're describing something as luscious, it really better be that. Supple. Oh no, supple. Yeah, you're right.
You're going to psychoanalyze me. I live according to my nature. You might as well interview a lion.
I love the voice acting in this game.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I'm sure you are the way you are for a reason. You're not wrong about that. You know the answer already. Dr. Drain needs me. I am what is missing in his own life.
Personalization.
You think this is all about you, but you're damn wrong. It's about Dr. Drain.
You call Chef the most ripe and supple streamer on the market pretty much every day. Oh dear, that's funny.
Please. The man could die. Has died. And it hasn't made a damn bit of difference to anyone.
Oh no.
Without me, he barely even has an existence. Poor fool. His penis was nearly mummified when I got hold of it.
Okay.
Okay, that's gross.
Okay,
Also
that's
wrong.
gross.
Dr. Drain existed long before you did. If you call that an existence. I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
Oh. Let's see. What was that? Oh, it's my phone going boop. You gotta lurk while you do some stuff on your other screen, but I hope you're learning a lot about the brain and emotions and stuff and things and also stuff. I am. I'll be doing that. Thank you for the lurk. I will continue to learn a lot about the brain and emotions and stuff and things and also stuff in your absence. Huh? Oh yeah, I have to choose one of these. It's not that one. Emotional reasoning? Personalization. Oh, dang it.
Lord Lourdes seems to believe Dr. Drain
Curses!
is a completely insignificant part of his existence. Is this true, Samuel?
No. No.
I am his hidden strength. I am his true essence. He is nothing without me, which he already realizes.
Oh, what? That does.
You're forgetting something. A
course
lot
I
of who
was
you
forgetting
are is because of Dr. Drain. You know that fella denies himself a lot, and you do all them things he refrains from.
Yeah.
Besides, didn't he make that plasma you sprung from? Do you know? You're absolutely correct. Very well. I'll give the little twerp his credit. He did bring me into existence, and what a wonderful existence it is.
He seems like a happy guy.
Were you aware that vampires possess absolutely no gag reflex? I can prove it.
No thanks.
I don't mess with my clients. But I'm not your client. That little rat man in tweed is. Of course he would deny himself the pleasure. You hear him talk about what he should do, but the sad creature cannot do those things. He should give in to me, and thanks to you, he has begun to.
Ooh. Emotional reason. Oh no, come back. Emotional reasoning? What do you think, chat? What do you think? Oh, it's a should. Should statement.
Come on now, you're really countering his shoulds with your shoulds? I think that proves there ain't no such thing as a should everyone agrees on.
Well, should.
But my shoulds are so much more entertaining. His have only bred him hundreds of years of pathetic existence.
Nuh-uh. It made you.
Well, that don't make a damn bit of difference. I bet there are vampires a hell of a lot more depraved than you who think you should be doing things differently. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you must introduce me. If there are holes I don't know about, I should very much like to know where they are.
Oh dear.
There. How old are you anyway? Dr. Drain's been summoning me for 14 years now.
He's 14 years
Well,
old.
things are starting to make a lot more sense. You certainly sound like a 14-year-old. The transformation has already begun. I will subsume him. His body and his mind will belong to me completely, and Dr. Drain will cease to be. Are you trying to fill my head with doubts? Do you even think that such a thing is possible?
That was a quality evil laugh.
There is no such thing as doubt for beings such as we. We live or we die. That's all. And I will live.
Well, that's just like your opinion.
I
man.
notice a funny way you and Dr. Drain talk about each other, as though you're totally different people. You really think that's true? Have you spoken with our pathetic little doctor? You know, he doesn't drink real blood. That's why he's so weak. Hold on, how's he even alive if he's not drinking blood?
Oh, the little ball of shame didn't tell you. He's not even a vampire. He drinks that synthetic trash he produces instead of real blood.
But if it's synthetic, that doesn't mean it's not, like, blood, right? Disqualifying the positive?
You can't just discount everything about Dr. Drain just because he doesn't drink fresh blood. The guy's managed to live for 430 years. He's got to be doing something right. Besides, let's say you get your wish and everyone just becomes vampire food. Where are you gonna get blood when everyone's dead?
Is he saying that he's gonna eat everyone in the world? What?
Well, you raise
Define
a valid
everyone.
point. Perhaps I'll start a mortal farm.
Oh,
Yes, that's it. They'll walk on all fours and be completely naked at all times.
Oh my god.
I'll milk them each day and raise stud mortals.
No.
Oh, this has possibilities. Why, thank you, darling. Brilliance can come from such unlikely places.
Oh my god. I'm face palming right now.
That. Oh, dang, I wish I hadn't mentioned it.
Why so shy, darling? You must have more experience than the dear doctor. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a 400-year-old virgin. If it weren't for me, his cock would have shriveled up like a raisin.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna surprise you, Lord, whatever you're calling yourself, but I think you're right. Dr. Drain does need you. But like it or not, you need him too.
How very bloody dare you? What possible use could I have for a little turd like him?
How very bloody dare you. I'm pretty sure I had a cat that said that to me once.
I am an animal, pure and perfect. I don't care what anyone thinks of me.
Look how mad he is. He's so
Vampires
mad.
ain't animals, not even the worst of us. The moment we learned to talk and reason, living like beasts was out the window.
What a strange creature you are.
What
you
a
dress like a
silly
buffoon,
person.
but speak like a philosopher. The buffoon is the more admirable of the two. At least he's honest. You and Dr. Drain lie and lie and lie to justify your existence. It's ridiculous to suggest that I need him. What could I possibly need him for?
Your existence?
When I tire, I sleep. When I lust, I fuck. When I thirst, I kill. As it should be.
Whoa. Alright, so... As it should be. That's a shit statement.
There it is again, that simple thinking and them shoulds that are only yours. Come the hell on. You think we vampires should just go on autopilot? Fuck, sleep, kill, repeat?
Well, naturally, we should ensure that those things are fun. Otherwise, what's the point in doing them?
That's it right there. I agree with you entirely.
About time. I'll remove my clothing then. Or perhaps I'll remove yours.
But not so fast. You're missing the point. If we're doing these things because they're fun, well, everybody's got their own idea of fun.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's our human experience at work. Like me, for instance. I'm more of a high intimacy kind of lover.
Oh, boff. You managed to make even delightful things seem so heinous.
I'm only speaking the truth. What makes you so damn sure you know what being a vampire is anyway? Why do you think you've got it all figured out?
Yeah.
Lie to yourself all you like, darling. We're all alike. I know what you crave.
No, you don't. Overgeneralization.
There's loads of us vampires out there, all with different experiences. You really think we're all the same?
We are animals, darling. Like all depraved animals, we exist to ensure we continue to exist. If we do not, we embrace oblivion.
Oof.
Well, that's a heck of a jump.
Yeah.
We ain't powerless against our baser instincts, far from it. We can be better people. We can live in harmony with others.
It is utterly pointless to fight our natures.
Some Dorian Gray shit up in here.
Oh, that poor mortal had a family. Who gives a damn? I'm thirsty. That poor mortal must consume in order to live, and so must I.
Well,
He simply pretends not to enjoy it. I don't need to do any such thing. I love to kill. I love the taste of blood. Why would I love it if it weren't the only way to live?
Emotional reasoning.
Okay, what you're doing there is
I'm on it
interpreting
tonight.
reality based on how you feel.
Good for
That's
me.
emotional reasoning.
Yep.
You think because you love killing, killing is the only way to live. If you had a clear head, maybe you'd be able to see that ain't true.
Oh, why, darling, if you wish to see me pleasure myself, all you had to do was ask.
That
Stop
ain't what I'm
it.
saying, and you know it. I get all the blood I need without having to kill folks. Point is, you're gonna get real fucking bored if you don't find a reason to do what you're doing.
Do you think I need a purpose? That's a mortal concern. I don't need a fucking legacy. I need blood. The only thing I should do is what I was made to do.
Oh. Is should statement?
You're just as bad as Dr. Drain with all them should statements. He keeps talking about what he shouldn't do, and you keep talking about what you should do. You both act so damn sure of yourselves. You're so damn sure blood is all you need.
Oh, did I forget to mention all the fucking?
No, but hombre, you live forever. Food and sex is enough for animals. They got short lives. They get threatened and they die real quick. I know a lot of vampires who live like animals, and every single one of them is lost. Like 'em or not, Dr. Drain is your reason for living. Hell, if he didn't make this plasma stuff, you'd still be buried deep somewhere in his head.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Dr. Drain is a pathetic little liar, and I will destroy him. That's what he wants. Then I'll come for you.
If you're gonna kill me, you better be a quicker draw than I am.
Yeah, that's right.
You wanna try your luck, compadre?
No need. I do thirst, though, and I smell something downstairs. I smell mortals and virgins. Oh, how delicious. You've been holding out on me, cowboy.
You can drink what's in that bottle till Dr. Drain comes back. I ain't letting the likes of you near them people.
Oh,
At least you're aware enough to know that I am a ravenous beast.
another quality evil laugh.
And beast that I am, I must kill.
Keep sitting on the
You
little
will
couch.
do no such thing to my mortals. Restrain yourself.
Whoa.
Oh, now who is this beautiful morsel?
A fair question. A fair question.
I am far older than any blood you have ever tasted, whelp. Do not dare to think you can overpower me.
Ooh.
Don't threaten me with a good time, daddy.
Fight! They're gonna fight! Fight, fight,
I
fight!
will keep this poor animal contained, Samuel. You did excellent work in handling him.
Oh,
Deserve some rest. I will meet with you later.
what's he
If
gonna?
you're sure.
What's he gonna do with him?
Do not worry. I have no need to hurt him.
Well, now I'm just disappointed.
All right, Andy. I'll talk to you later. And Lord Lurid, or whatever your name is, think about what we talked about, huh? Dr. Drain's got something you need.
Oh, Vom, get out of here already.
Not you two.
Ah. Wow, I got a, I got an achievement for surviving that session.
Tornation. Barely walked out of that one alive. And I thought therapy was just talking.
Ooh. Tarnation. I had to pull my gun 2 times.
I could use a drink.
And me too.
If it isn't the Lone Ranger.
Hey, Crimson.
You look a little down, cowboy.
Hey, girl.
I don't mind if I do.
Rough one tonight.
You
Yeah.
can say that. My client went a little feral. Tried to attack me.
That ain't good. I hope you booted
Well.
their ass out.
She's like, well.
Well, here's the thing. He wasn't himself. The fella, he can't stand being a vampire, so the vampire comes out in nasty ways.
Oh, that's a good way to put it, yeah.
Don't put yourself into too much danger, cowboy. Cleaning up a pile of ashes isn't my idea of a good night. So what? He just went and turned into a monster?
More or less. Went from a restrained fella to a hedonist beast.
Hedonist, that's the word I
How
was
do you
looking
think you
for.
handled it?
Yeah, pretty well.
I think I did all right. I learned a whole bunch of cognitive distortions now, so I was still able to challenge the beast. Well, the way I figure it, he's still desperate for help, even if he doesn't act like it.
Yeah.
I can see why Andy likes you. A heart's still beating in there.
Aw.
I'm a creature of the night, too. I just want to help my kin.
People like talking to you, cowboy. They can't help sharing their lives with you.
It's because he's a cowboy.
Whatever it is about you, folks are always going to prefer talking to you over killing you.
I surely do hope you're right.
He's just so gosh darn down to earth.
You know my big secret already. I wouldn't have told it to you if I didn't believe in you.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Crimson. I'm humbled.
Hey, with the aw shucks stuff. Now you're just trying to be cute.
And making success visit.
No, no, it's these people.
Oh, hey, it's my little buddies. How's it going, kids?
His little buddies.
Bad.
Bad? Why?
I'm sorry to hear that, Maxie. What's going on?
Maxie?
Make some room, Kinder. I've got customers to serve. Go talk in the kink room.
No, no,
Would you like to chat in the kink room, Maxie?
no, I don't want to go.
Very much.
Don't want to go to the kink room.
So what's going on, Maxie?
I don't want to go to the kink room.
My boss yelled at me today and made me sad.
Well, what happened?
Oh, we're talking about feelings in the kink room. Okay, we can do that.
Someone injected a malicious SQL query into our API and used it to execute code. We did not have our queries parameterized, so they were able to drop the user table entirely.
Oh my gosh.
I warned the backend developers that this would happen, but I got all of the blame.
No.
That sounds like a real mess, Maxie. Reminds me of the time I forgot to lock the gate on a cattle drive. By morning, every last cow was gone, just like your user table thing.
I got the gist of it. Good job, Sam.
Maybe your boss was hopping mad, but I
Basically.
bet next time they'll listen to you.
Maybe.
Am I the only one who is now aroused?
Yes.
No, Reinhardt, I am also aroused.
Okay, get on over here and pass me some neck.
No, I don't want to. Dang it.
Why are you always wearing that thing?
Yeah,
To
why?
tease you, natürlich.
Okay. I gotta get just the blue. There.
I feel as
Okay.
though all my
I did
worries
it.
have been sucked away.
I am well acquainted with this feeling, Hazi.
And you will be once more.
I think that's my cue to get to my coffin.
You scared the American away, Maxie.
I suppose I am a very bad girl.
All right, I'm out. Bedtime for Sam. See you kids later.
Bye.
Samuel, greetings.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, Andy.
What is wrong, my friend? You don't seem your chipper American self.
I guess I ain't too happy to be seeing tonight's client. I'm still feeling the tongue lashing she gave me last time.
Heh.
Ah, yes, the Senora Deste.
Deste,
She certainly
that
has a
was
way
her
with
name.
words.
Just stay.
It ain't that. It's just this sense I get. Like she thinks I can be a certain way just because she tells me to.
Yeah.
Aha. At least that makes her chord distortion clear, doesn't it?
Yep.
You know what it is, of course.
She's got control fallacies out the wazoo.
That lady's got control fallacies out the wazoo, and they've given her centuries of stress.
I do not know this term, wazoo, but you are correct.
Now you know it.
The woman who chooses immortality so that she can ensure her family makes the correct decisions probably has some control issues.
Oh, so many.
And taking
so
out her
many.
stress on me.
Do not take her criticisms too much to heart, my friend. You are simply a convenient target, an element within her control.
Yep, that is correct. You just happen to be in front
That
of her.
still don't make it much fun.
No, it don't.
I will not deny that Senora Deste is a confrontational client, but take her presence as a gift, however you can. A woman so powerful in her time has much to teach us. You have all the tools you need at your disposal to help her. Consider your approach.
I like it. Here she is. Let's see. Personalization. Emotional reasoning. Disqualifying the positive. And well, she also does labeling. We'll say overgeneralization.
All right, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
I will leave you to meditate then. Be well, Samuel, and let this 3,000-year-old tell you, you are a fantastic therapist.
Oh, thanks. You trained me for an hour and a half and set me loose.
Gosh, you're gonna make me blush. Get on out of here, boss. I can handle this.
Get on out of here, you little stinker.
I know you can.
Oh no.
I think I'm ready. And here she comes. A deep breath.
Bat!
Howdy, Senora. Nice to see you again.
Senora d'Este.
Liar. You are as pleased to see me as I am to see you, therapist.
We're gonna get straight into it, huh? All right, lay it on me. Why ain't you happy to see me?
Because you are a worm.
Well, there we go.
Now, I've been called a lot worse. You're gonna need to be more specific than that, Senora.
What kind of worm?
You are a worm because of the way you wriggled into my mind the last time we spoke, leaving behind loathsome doubts.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
The only reason I am here is to confront you for your beastly behavior.
Oh no.
I come to you in crisis, and you suggest that I am the cause of my own woe. Aren't you supposed to help me?
She's never been to therapy before.
Senora, you came in here telling me that Art is dead. How am I supposed to help you with that?
I don't know. But telling me that my existence has been a complete waste of time is not comforting.
I definitely don't remember saying that, Senora. What I said is that you ain't gonna change the world for anyone, but that doesn't mean your work wasn't worth anything.
I don't know why, but this is my favorite client.
That's what I call...
Oh crap, I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Yes.
That's what I call a control fallacy. Senora, you're one person. One powerful, intelligent, and talented person, but one out of billions.
Yep.
You can't expect to reach everyone. Doesn't matter how good the art you produce is. It ain't gonna help a fellow like me who grew up without ever having heard the name Michelangelo.
Michelangelo? Who is Michelangelo?
Michelangelo.
The guy what painted the Sistine Chapel.
Michelangelo did no such thing. Perhaps you are thinking of a man from New Jersey, or a turtle. It is Michelangelo.
Senora, you want to talk about wasting time? What's using me as a punching bag doing for you?
Yeah.
Very well. I will speak plainly. I am angry with you, Mr. Walls.
Shock.
Yes, perhaps not all I did was a waste of time, effort, and pain, but to think that much of it was. This is most horrifying.
I can see why it'd be upsetting to see something you put a lot of effort into not work out.
It is more than upsetting. It is devastating. I did not just fail to bring the understanding of true beauty into the world, I failed to bring it to my own familia. I watched them die, Mr. Walls. It was not the physical death that caused me the greatest pain, but the spiritual death.
Huh? What's that? What?
They had no care for the Gonzaga name nor the D'Este name.
Oh.
Despite my sacrifice and all my efforts, they pieced away my legacy.
Wow. Yeah, she became a vampire to do this.
Ooh boy, sounds like there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah.
It is a dark and painful story, Mr. Walls. A story where my greatest joy turns to ash, and I was powerless to stop it. When last we met, did I tell you about my son?
No, you didn't.
No, I don't think so.
She's gonna tell us now, though.
Federico.
Federico.
My dear Federico, my little clown, my delicate artist, my beautiful boy.
That's what I say about my cat, Theo. He's my
I
beautiful
suffered
little
for
boy.
him, Mr. Walls. I put up with my husband, Frankie, and all his brutishness, all his licentiousness. All for Federico.
Licentiousness. I haven't heard that word used in a sentence in a
I
long
raised him to
time.
be intelligent and clever, to understand the gentle arts and philosophy. I raised him to be a D'Este.
Oh, you can't control
But for
people.
all my efforts, I could not cool his Gonzaga blood, and it persisted for a century to
What does
the
that mean?
ruin of our house.
What does that mean? What do you mean? To the ruin. Wow. Personalization? Like it's all her fault? Oh,
I
dang
know
it.
great powers, Samuel, but power over blood, that I shall never have. And there are none who...
But for all my efforts,
Okay, okay.
I could not cool his Gonzaga blood.
Okay, control
And it
fallacy.
I hate to break it to you, Senor, but every kid's got two parents, whether they know them or not. And kids have got minds of their own.
I refuse to believe that we are trapped by our blood. What was my destiny as a girl? Men of my time said it was to be servile and docile, a political pawn. What saved me from that fate? Knowledge, study, an appreciation of art, music, history, and literature.
Learning.
In the same way, I should have been able to save my son. But my failure did not end with my darling Federico. I was only 153 when the once great Gonzaga house surrendered all its honor to the hated Spanish. I stood by, useless as a statue, as the Gonzaga name burned in the war of the Mantuan succession.
Ooh. She's been through a lot. The hated Spanish, stopping a war. Yeah, I don't. War of the Mantuan
What's
succession.
this War of the Mantuan Succession all about?
What's all that then?
Do you know nothing of history at all? Oh, it all began because my fool of a great-great-grandson, Vincenzo II, did not listen to me. Instead of dutifully procreating with his wife, he decided to impregnate mistresses.
What are you gonna do?
When he ate himself into the grave, the line of succession was broken, and the French and Spanish swarmed upon my home like cockroaches.
Whoa.
I killed a great many of them myself, but it was not enough. Eventually, the Gonzaga lands were given away to both countries. Of course, this is common knowledge. I would have had your tutors beaten.
Oh, I don't think you had any tutors.
Senora, the only tutors I ever had showed up after eating a can of baked beans.
Oh no. What? No.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. The hated
The hated Spanish? You say that like everyone hates the Spanish.
Must I mince words with my therapist? Naturally, I do not include the Spanish among those who hate the Spanish.
I don't hate the Spanish. I've known plenty of fine Spaniards.
I doubt you know much about fine company, but your pedantic point stands. Not all hate the Spanish. Very well. From now on, I shall say the Spanish, who are hated by myself and sensible persons.
Okay.
We can talk more about the Spanish later. So wait, there's a whole ass war going on and you're supposed to stop it? How's that work?
That is a very fine question.
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
That's a huge thing to like decide to become a vampire for that purpose. Well, let's see. Personalization.
The Senora
Nope.
has put a lot of pressure on herself
Oh, it's
and
control
dire
again.
consequences for failure. Would you not say, Samuel?
Yeah.
I gave up my humanity to guide my familia through the ages. If I could not do that, what was the point of becoming undead?
Control fallacy.
Senor, being
There
a
we go.
vampire gives us a lot of powers, but it doesn't give us the power to control a single human being, let alone when the heck have we ever listened to our betters? I ain't no historian, but I know enough to know people are liable to making the same mistakes over and over again.
Yeah, that's where the mindfulness thing comes in. Otherwise, you're just on a merry-go-round of the same.
Humans have got that
Same
whole pesky
mistakes.
free will thing that makes them do dumb things.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps you are correct. Stupidity is inevitable.
Ain't it the truth?
I understand what you are trying to do, Mr. Walls.
What am I trying to do, Senora?
Yeah. What am I trying to do?
You are trying to tell me that I have been living a lie for more than 400 years.
Huh?
I ain't doing anything like that, Senora.
Do not fret, peasant. We are in agreement. I have been living a lie. We all have. As I told you last time, I know my own foolishness. But time has not made my mortal concerns fade. In my mind, I know that virtue, love, chastity, wisdom, honor, these kinds of words were created by men to make us supplicant. But, fool that I am, I still love the idea of virtue. I have loved it ever since I was a child. I used to love all the tales of Roman mythology. I saw myself in all the goddesses. I saw my strength and chastity in Diana. In Minerva, my wisdom. In Venus, I saw my timeless beauty and romantic nature.
Oh, she's an idealistic humanist. Maybe, I don't know if idealistic is the word. It's something. Look at that smile, though. She's smiling.
Romantic nature.
Oh, there it went. It's gone. Romantic nature.
Romantic nature. What a wretched parrot I hear. Do not look at me so. Yes, I was a romantic. Until reality came crashing down
Romantic
upon me.
nature.
Look at this painting I had commissioned.
What am I looking at? I don't know much about art.
The figures standing upon the arch are Venus and Mars. Mars is portrayed by my idiot husband, Frankie. Beside him, I stand as Venus.
Oh, I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking.
You may appreciate my beauty, peasant, but do not let your eyes linger upon my once supple body over long. This is art, not pornography.
Yeah, that's right.
But look closer and you will see that even this art is a lie. This is the dream of a foolish girl.
I gotta get off of this before ad is off. That way I can be like, haha, you missed
To be
nudity.
enjoined in pure romantic love with a handsome warrior. I believed so hard, Mr. Walls, that I thought I could make it true.
Aw.
But this handsome man is not Frankie. This is Frankie. He is not Mars, but Vulcan.
Oh no.
He's got some abs. I'll give him that.
Well, he's got abs.
I did not shy from truth. But see how love's aim goes amiss and strikes his gangrenous penis rather than his heart. See the grapes behind him, for the drunkard is never far from his true love.
Oh no.
See how he flails helplessly, as if begging a true warrior to put a sword in his belly.
Oh.
I'm sensing we've got some work to do around your husband.
I love this lady. This is so interesting.
Whatever gave you that impression? The man was created solely to crush my view of the world and my place in it.
Ooh.
Naturally, I might have some issues around him.
Oh man. She was a bright-eyed, starry-eyed little girl, and then she was married off at 14. And it hit her like a freight train. Wow. Okay. The man was created solely to crush her view. I'm gonna say personalization?
Senora, whatever problems your husband had, they were problems he had before he even heard of you. Anyone he could have married would have had the exact same problems with him. Ain't nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yes, you are indeed correct. One cannot blame a boar for being a boar, even if you dress him up as a man.
I once had a chihuahua, and when chihuahuas get old, they get just like overweight and gross. We're talking about chihuahuas, people coming back from ads. I'm telling the story of my gross little chihuahua. When she got old, she didn't have hair from her neck down, and her tongue stuck out. And she just got ugly. And so I put like little sweaters on her and a little dress. Oh, and it didn't help. She was just an ugly chihuahua in a dress. I'm telling the story in response to what Senor Isabella is saying about her husband. cannot blame a boar for being a boar, even if you dress him up as a man.
Would have been better for all if he had married a sow.
No comment.
At least everyone's expectations will be lined up, huh?
Quite so, Mr. Walls. I now believe that Frankie was the truest man I ever met. That is what broke my heart.
Aw.
I maintained the illusion that he was my Mars because that is what I needed. I was not ready to face the truth.
Man.
Oh, but I knew. Even as a 15-year-old girl, I knew. But I could not accept that I was married to the legendary penetrator of Mantua.
The what?
Is it any wonder that I prefer the lie of Virtu? Is it any wonder that I still prefer to believe it?
Aw.
The problem is men. You are all weak animals who would give up your dignity for an evening in the company of Lucrezia Borgia.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hashtag not all men. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. Which one is that? Overgeneralization.
Hold your horses there, Senora. I don't even know who the heck Lucretia Borgia is.
I don't either.
She is the inventor of twerking. All men flock to her, as I'm sure you would.
Huh?
They say she was blonde, but she looked like a redhead to me. You know what they say about redheads. Kissed by Lucifer.
Huh?
Dang, Senora. Your overgeneralizations are building up and making you see whole groups of folks as awful.
Oh. Imagine that.
Now, I know you got your reasons for feeling the way that you do, real personal ones, but recognize where your experience is making you narrow your thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, Senora, I'll be straight with you, as you're a tough lady.
Yep, yep.
Here's where I think it's coming from.
You're just being a real grouch. Yeah, comparing people to gods.
You're comparing people to gods, including yourself, and everyone's failing that test.
Bam, 100%.
Frankie, we're never gonna be Mars.
You weren't never.
You weren't never gonna be Venus.
Yeah.
You weren't born out of no shell.
And you will never be anything but a peasant.
Heck, Senora, I'll be as surprised as anyone if I get invited to a high society dinner. I can tell I'm hitting a sore spot, but maybe that means that's what we've got to focus on.
I do not like you, Sam Walls. But you are correct. I betray my own purity of spirit with my anger.
Yeah.
But I say, why should we not aim to be like the gods? Humanity is not worth preserving when we are such petty creatures.
Oh, disqualifying the positive.
Wait just a minute there, Senora. Humanity ain't worth preserving? I say you're wrong. Damn wrong. Look at yourself.
Damn wrong.
Look at what you've created. Ain't no goddess has ever done what you've done.
Yeah.
You ran your
Oh,
own
heck.
city, which is something I'm pretty sure Venus never did.
That's right.
I suppose that is true. Our mortal concerns seem so pedestrian, though.
Senora, humanity is all we got. Even if we're immortal, every word we're speaking is a result of our humanity.
That's right.
Yeah, we make a lot of mistakes. And some of us sound like peasants. But all that messiness is worth something. It makes us who we are.
Yeah.
Senora, I don't think you're a goddess. I think you're way more interesting and impressive, because you're real.
Yeah.
Well,
Well.
you have great wisdom for a peasant, Sam. And your kerchief is a fetching shade of red that matches your eyes.
I love the way that line was delivered. It matches your eyes.
Well, thanks, Senora. Let's focus on you, though. What happens if you're not that perfect goddess?
Now kiss.
I suppose I have always felt that if I could not live to my ideals, I would be left with nothing. I would be discarded like Frankie's mistresses and die of some sex disease. Oh, Mr. Walls, I know you speak the truth. I wielded great strength in an age where women were not respected. But I alone feel the weight of my family's collapse, so I feel responsible for it.
Emotional reasoning.
I know it's a lot to bear, Senora, but that weight you're carrying doesn't mean you're the one destined to carry the weight. You get what I'm saying?
This sounds like some of that excellent peasant wisdom of yours.
Excellent
Please explain.
peasant wisdom.
What I'm saying is that feeling you've got doesn't create truth. You feel that you have ultimate responsibility for your family, but that feeling doesn't make it so.
Yep.
Yes, I see. No one gave me this responsibility other than myself.
That's exactly it, Senora.
But I was the only person capable of preserving my family, Sam. That is what makes my failure so poignant.
I'm gonna say control fallacy, right? Right?
Senora, what if you weren't the only person capable of preserving your family? What if no one person was?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never considered such a thing.
Yeah, we know.
Well, try to consider it now.
Yep.
What if you accepted that whatever was going to happen to your family was going to happen?
You sound like a Calvinist.
Never mind with the labeling for now. How would you feel if you knew nobody can control what happened to the Gonzaga house?
Oh, good question. What's she gonna say?
I think I would feel relieved.
Senora, whatever happened to your family, fault never belonged to you. You were the one who named yourself responsible. No one else did.
Yeah.
Look at who you are. And I think you can be damned impressed at who that lady is.
Damn you.
Got him.
Too late, Senora. Look, let's wrap up tonight, huh? I think you did great. You probably got some stuff to think about.
Yes. Thank you, Sam. I will see you in a month.
Of course, Senora. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Goodbye, Sam.
Bye, I love you.
Samuel, it appears you have an admirer.
Oh, shucks.
I think Isabella d'Este has liked fewer than 5 people in her hundreds of years of existence, and you are one of them. Remember, though, that romantic entanglements between a therapist and client are absolutely forbidden, in case you are tempted.
Come on now, Andy. I ain't gonna do anything like that.
Of course, should the mind wander into fantasy, that is entirely acceptable.
Oh, you're just messing with me now.
I could not help it. It's rather cute. The First Lady of the Renaissance and humble cowboy Samuel Walls. Quite a picture, isn't it?
Yeah, Sonic wasn't kidding. Seribot is doing a good little Seribot job.
Okay, that's it.
fast.
I'm getting a drink.
Yeah, that actually reminds me to hydrate. Gonna drink some water. Clickle, 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 clickle. Okay, alright. I drank it. I drank the water.
I'm sorry, Samuel. Please, drink. Ask Crimson for the Royal Virgin.
Well, the fact is, I did murder someone
I
last
think you
night.
deserve
Oh,
I turned into a vampire. It's a long story.
it's a long story.
Yeah, whatever. You have a good night, Andy.
it. Rest in peace, Samuel.
Hey. That was fun. She's my favorite client so far.
And I thought I had family problems. I need me a Crimson special after that one.
A Crimson special.
Howdy, Crimson. Think you can fashion me up one of them blood cocktails?
One Royal Virgin, please.
I reckon so. Got a lot on your mind tonight, cowboy.
Yeah, just thinking about family stuff. I got this client who's got some real tough family issues to go through, and it got me thinking about my own. Or my lack of family, at least.
Excuse me. Big yawn.
You got any family left?
I've got a great granddaughter kicking around apparently, but she's got no connection to this old cowpoke.
Not sure what she'd say if a man dressed like a cowboy introduced himself as her vampire relative from the 1800s.
That would... What would I say? If that happened to me, I'd be like... I've frozen. I've frozen in thought. What would I be like? I'm gonna think on that. I'm gonna think about
I
it.
see your point. Sounds like you don't have many family problems then.
I reckon so. Family means a lot to my client, though. I hope my perspective's still useful.
How do you think she's handling her therapy so far?
Pretty well.
I think she's doing pretty well, honestly. She spent a long time judging herself by her family's achievements, but I think she's starting to recognize the fruitlessness in that.
Yeah.
Seems like you don't need her family to be able to give her some hope.
Yeah. That's the one. That was the face I meant to make.
I suppose not. Rich family problems were never going to be my specialty anyway. You got family back home, Crimson?
Yeah, do you?
Yeah, I've got some family. We don't talk too much. I went a little wild after I got my diagnosis.
Oh.
They're not too fond of my lifestyle choices, but hey, at least I'm alive. And I get to hear them gossiping about how I don't age.
Heh.
Well, you chose a good age to stop getting older. I often wish I weren't such a dusty old corpse, but death comes when it comes.
Sometimes he's still waiting for me to give him an opening.
Oh.
Death always is. Pardon me for asking, but is there a reason you're choosing not to be a vampire?
That's a personal question.
There is, but I'm not talking about it tonight.
Yep.
A little mystery makes life a bit spicier, don't you think, cowboy?
My life is spicy enough.
Oh, I wasn't trying to pry or nothing.
Bullshit. I know you're curious.
Bullshit.
Here, consolation prize.
Oh,
But what is it?
a goblet. Cersei would love it.
Black Widow. Black stuff's just food coloring. Figured you were in the mood for a scary lady tonight.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. Think I'll take this to my coffin for a quiet night.
You do that, honey. And don't spill in Andy's coffin. He'll act like he's not mad, but you know he's mad.
Oh no, don't make him mad.
Why should I be upset? What has happened has happened.
Not bad, cowboy. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, I'm going.
B-Rice,
See you
hi!
later, Crimson.
Hi, B-Rice! We're learning
There
some
we are.
more
Gotta get me one of
cognitive
these fancy
distortions
coffins for back
tonight.
home.
I wonder if it's gonna give us the option to watch cartoons.
Now let's see. What am I in the mood for?
Oh, here we go, here we go.
I think I'm either gonna find a passage from Little Women that suits me, or
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna watch Shemp get smacked in the head with a hot iron.
Oh, so we can read an excerpt from Little Women. Or we can or we can watch an entire episode of The Three Stooges.
Or I'm going to bed.
Or we're going to bed. What do you think, chat? Cognitive distortions. That's the basis for this game is to teach you cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a very common thing used in talk therapy. It's basically being mindful of the things that you think and the beliefs that you have, and to catch them and realize, oh, this isn't true. This is, I am not a failure just because I feel like I'm a failure, for example. So yeah, it's teaching us how to recognize them as they come up by gamifying it with vampires, which is fun. Okay, so last night we watched an entire episode of Three Stooges. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep. I think so. I would read the book if it were poetry.
Well, that's enough fun for one day.
Yes. My issue with it cause I knew about it before I played this game. It was overwhelming to me. Oh, it's okay. I'm neurospicy. I am scuffed as disgust. See, I can't talk. I did a typo with my mouth. But no, there are so many different cognitive distortions that it was overwhelming, and some of them could easily be multiple. It could be several of them at once, because there's gray areas, you know. And so I had a hard time naming the distortions, and so I just kind of fell off it. But this game, like, it introduces them to you a little at a time. And you get to be the therapist, so you know the spotlight's not on you, and that's wonderful. I love the idea of a video game like this that uses the unique medium of a video game and putting you in different roles to discover something on your own.
Good night, son. See you in hell.
See you in hell, son. Plus, it's funny.
Samuel, greetings. I believe you are seeing our actor friend tonight, are you not?
Oh man, here comes the narcissist.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
Still ain't
guess.
sure I'm the right therapist for that fella.
There may not be a right therapist for him, but let us think positively. He has put himself in your care, and that is a tremendous step.
That is true. That's true. So the next guy is a theater guy, and he's just like narcissistic, but really theatrical about it. I don't know, like he doesn't seem to be so in like a malignant kind of way, just really like entitled. Not to say that doesn't hurt people around him or himself, but our guy Andy here suggested when we first took him in as a client that you can't help everybody. So I don't know about him.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm thinking it's gonna be an uphill battle, though.
At least his core distortion is clear, don't you think?
Yeah.
You know what it is, I am sure.
Oh. It's personalization.
It's personalization, right?
Of course, a distortion common to many with narcissistic tendencies.
Mm-hmm. A theater kid. I love theater kids too. But this guy, well, you'll see.
Yep, it's the Edmund Keane show all day, every day.
I recognize your disdain, but pause a moment. It must be difficult for Edmund to make everything all about him all the time, don't you think?
He doesn't have to make everything about him, though.
That must be
He
exhausting.
doesn't know that. Keep digging, Samuel. You will find his truth.
Ooh.
Choose your distortions well.
Ooh. Alright, here he is. Let's choose his distortions. His main distortion is personalization. Emotional reasoning. Control fallacy. What? Overgeneralization. These two, Nosferatu thinking. I don't know. This is the only one that actually has like a vampire name, but it's black and white thinking. Oh, because it was a black and white movie. 5 hours of playing. No, 6 hours of playing, and I just now made that connection. Anyway, okay. Disqualifying the positive. He is putting down all the actors that came after him because he thinks he's the greatest actor of all time. But as time has gone past and cultures have changed, people find his acting to be outdated. So he's here because people don't appreciate him enough. So I'm not sure what he expects from us as a therapist, as his therapist. So he has emotional reasoning, disqualifying the positive of all of humanity's art compared to him. Nosferatu, right? Black and white thinking. So overgeneralization and Nosferatu thinking has tripped me up because they can kind of seem the same way. He is pretty black and white. It's just they're either good or they're not. they're either him or they're not. Yeah. Oh, overgeneralization. Which one? Which ones? I feel like I shouldn't be struggling with this guy. I'm thinking. I'm thinking. I'm thinking, you guys. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Overgeneralization. No, labeling. Okay, let's go.
I think I'm all holstered up now.
Very good, Samuel. I wish you patience and compassion. Good luck.
Oh,
See
thanks.
you later, Andy. All right, now what did Andy teach me? Breathe.
Oh boy, we're gonna meditate. We're gonna meditate. Here we go. So we're gonna breathe while acknowledging thoughts as they
I
come
think
up.
I'm ready. Right on time. I think I hear him coming.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do the meditation mini game. Nope.
Hey, Edmund, good to
Bat!
see you. How you been feeling these past few weeks?
Empty,
Shame.
my dear boy. Empty. I am but a vessel made for a single purpose. But alas, and alack, that purpose is in supply most rare.
See, here he is. Here's our guy.
You mean acting, right?
That's the rub. Acting, my dear boy. Acting. My thespian blood goes rancid with stagnation.
Rancid.
And the only cure seems to me irreprehensible now.
Okay.
I do not wish to face these mortal directors, for they dare to tell me my art.
No one wants to hire him as an actor.
Ain't that what directors are supposed to do?
Oh, my dear boy. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. No director can thrust greatness upon the already great. In mine own case, mine greatness hath already been achieved.
He's labeling himself as great. Could it be labeling? Black and white. Disqualifying the positive. Emotional reasoning. Personalization is his main one. Personalization. No!
There's no room for improvement in
I
Edmund at all.
overthought
Is
it!
he truly perfect?
No.
I'm going to make an educated guess and say that this is untrue. No director can thrust greatness upon the already great. In mine own
It's
there
not
is no
labeling,
room
I
for
was wrong!
improvement in Edmund at all. Is he truly perfect? I'm going to make an educated guess and say that this is untrue.
Oh,
No
Nosferatu
director
thinking.
can thrust greatness upon the already great. In my
Nobody's saying
Okay, there
you
we
ain't
go.
great.
There we
Eddie.
go.
You're talking in extremes.
Nobody saw that. You didn't
If
see
every
that.
actor's awful or perfect, what the heck's a director supposed to do?
Yeah.
A most unenviable position, to be sure. I have directed and did find it most odious. Indeed, a great actor can make the less talented seem even smaller.
Oh no. I didn't see nothing.
But you get it. All the director's doing is making sure everyone's doing what they're best at, right? That ain't saying you ain't great.
Yeah. I
I
guess.
suppose. But it is most frustrating when I know best.
Oh
Well,
no.
maybe you can help me understand a little better.
Mother
You
knows
said that
best.
greatness was thrust upon you, right? How did that happen?
That's a good question. How did all this greatness come upon you?
Ah, you are curious to hear what circumstances created this actor non pare.
What makes you so great?
You. Well, recollecting such a history will please me indeed.
I love the voice acting.
I first
For
traveled
every
the
character.
foundations of the stage as a mere babe. Indeed, too young for memory, and yet old enough to command attention.
Oh no. He's a child actor.
Clad only in swaddling cloth at the age of 4, I was Cupid himself.
Oh
My arrows seemingly went astray, but the entirety of the audience fell in love with me.
Oh no.
It is the stuff of legend. For tender as my mind was, I could not bear witness to my own greatness. But it does prove that I was indeed born great.
Oh,
But you said greatness
groan.
was thrust upon you.
It was a matter of necessity. You may not guess it from my gentle speech, but I am no lordling. Selfishly, and surely to spite me, my father shuffled off his mortal coil when I was but a babe in arms.
Oh my
I never
God.
graced the stage. It left my mother and myself in dire straits.
His dad selfishly went off and died. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Okay, okay. What is this? I love the acting too. The overacting. All right. Surely to spite him. That is personalization. No one dies just to spite you. Usually.
Hold on a sec. You said your old man died selfishly. Well, what do you mean?
Well, what kind of a father drinks himself to death when he has a beautiful baby son at home? I at least waited until my son was older before I did the same.
What?
Eddie, come on. Listen to yourself. I'm sure you didn't die to spite your son, just as your pa didn't die to spite you.
Oh, what if he did?
I ain't gonna deny his choices hurt you, but they weren't all about you.
Forgive me then. 'Tis ever the fate of an actor to feel every emotion more keenly. The situation my mother and I were left in was most precarious.
No such thing as overacting. It's theater. I can't argue that. I get what you're saying there. He left them in a
We were the
precarious...
lowest of the low, you see. We lived in the rookeries and begged for our bread.
Oh.
But he that hath wit must make content with his fortune's fit. And oh, did we beg.
What?
She was my Queen Gertrude, and I her filthy little Hamlet. Did I mention I played Hamlet at age 14?
No, I hadn't heard that.
Well, anyway, my mother was a competent actress, but it was my wit alone that saved us from destitution.
Oh, yeah? Tell me more. Oh, wait, I gotta choose a thing. Personalization again. No?
Edmund is
Oh, it's not
discounting his
sporadic.
mother's contribution to his survival almost entirely. Well,
Whoops.
anyway, my mother was a competent actress, but it was my wit alone that saved us from destitution.
Disqualifying the positive.
It sounds like your
There we
mother
go.
did a lot for you. I'm sure the people loved you, but could you have done it alone?
I suppose my dramaturgical purpose would have been lost without a scene
Dramaturgical.
partner, but it was I whom the throngs came to see.
Throngs, huh?
I ain't saying that ain't the case, but you might be disqualifying your mother's contribution to your greatness, right?
I don't see how that is relevant, but I suppose so. Let me continue unabated, sir. Forsooth,
Let me
I was
continue.
so prodigious that, at the age of 7, I garnered the attention of one Reginald Flopbot of the Worthington Flopbots.
The what?
'Twas he who paid to get me off the streets and into the dormitories. He said, "Edmund, my cherub, the streets are not for you. One day you will be the greatest of actors."
Oh, he's... It's all just luck.
Hey, how about that? You went and proved him right.
Piffle. Master Flopbot never gave a fig about my potential. I was a prop to him, a symbol of his generosity and high breeding.
Oh.
Every month, he would stage an elaborate party with all the well-to-do society of London. The dandy Fop would stand upon a dais and announce himself as the savior of the city's poor.
Oh.
That was my cue. I would be lowered down from the rooftop, wearing naught but swaddling clothes and a set of opulent wings. The gentry's delight was my dungeon. But I would flit among them, reprising my breakout role as Cupid by shooting little arrows of love at them.
Wait. When you were little bitty, or when you were 14?
At the age of 7,
What?
it was
7.
most disquieting.
Okay, 7.
At 11,
Okay.
on the cusp of manhood, the shame was too much to bear.
Dang, Eddie, that sounds awful. That flopbot fella had no right to do that to you.
That's fair. That's fair.
No, indeed. I remember my last performance quite vividly. The titters and leering glances from the guests linger ever in the back of my mind.
Oh, so much shame.
And fool that I was, I played my part still. I should have plunged mine arrows into that fool Flopbot's chest instead of shaming myself.
Ooh. Well, I don't have should on here, but I'm gonna say black and white thinking. No?
Edmund was just a child. How was he to know what to do? Why does he excoriate himself for not knowing?
Hmm.
And fool that I was, I played my part
Oh.
still.
Oh, he called
I
himself
should
a
have
fool.
plunged mine arrows into that fool Flopot's chest instead of shaming myself.
Whoa. Arrows don't
You
go
were a fool
there.
for playing your part. What choice did you have, Eddie?
Yeah, you're a
It
kid.
is simple logic. Only a fool plays the fool repeatedly. Many a bottom have I known that never played the Dane,
What?
preferring the comfort of a familiar role.
Well, Eddie, it's a little reductive to say that everyone who plays the fool is a bottom. There ain't nothing wrong with letting your partner take the lead.
Oh, ye plebeian! I speak of Nick Bottom, from the Bard's Journey Through Whimsy that is a Midsummer Night's Dream.
What kind of bottoms are you talking about, Sam?
Yeah. Even so, though, if you call yourself a fool, you're doing the same kind of typecasting, ain't you?
Typecast.
I suppose so. Regardless, I did not suffer the indignity for long.
Sam thought he was talking about bottoms in the sexual sense, but he was talking about you heard bottom. Yeah. It was a misunderstanding. He was talking about Nick Bottom. This guy's last name was Bottom. Misunderstanding.
I swore that night to never be a puppet again. I stole away and gave myself to the mercy of Poseidon.
What?
The bargain was struck, and he swallowed up my hated swaddling clothes and wings.
What do you mean by the sexual sense? Can you explain in detail? No, I can't.
In desperation, I signed on with a mercantile shipping agency. I thought perhaps that my body would bend more than my soul.
Oh no.
But oh,
Wow.
did I toil! Life upon the sea is most cruel. Biting winds did carve my visage. Low words hardened my heart, and heavy weights left me bent.
Wow, that's
By the
poetic.
time I had fulfilled my bargain with the Lord of the Sea, I had become an older man, my efforts etched into every crease on my face.
Wait, so when was he an actor?
Dang, sounds intense. How long were you at this job?
An age, a life. 6 months, each one hungry
Okay.
leech torn from my bleeding body.
He became an old man in 6 months.
I am convinced this gauntlet was prepared for me alone, for ne'er in history has one so blessed by grace been subjected to such toil.
Personalization.
Eddie, I gotta stop you there. It's gonna be a lot easier to accept your truth when you realize you ain't alone in your suffering. Hell, there ain't nothing more human than suffering, and historically, kids ain't had it so good.
But none suffered as I suffered. A boy such as I was not meant for such misery.
Such a misery.
Compadre, I had my first kill and no home at 12 years old. My brother had a stutter his whole life on account of the regular beatings my stepdaddy gave him. Maybe your suffering felt like the only suffering in the world, but it wasn't. And it'll hurt less when you realize you weren't alone.
Aw.
But keep telling me your story. I already know there ain't nobody like you in the world, so don't worry on that account.
I know you're special. You don't have to tell me. To be actor or not to be an actor, 'tis the
Now
question.
then, at last, we close the circle as nature ever demands. I return to London and into the graces of my dear Uncle Moses and his comely mistress, Charlotte.
His comely mistress.
'Twas she who filled my dramaturgical quiver with dire arrows, fletched by the bard himself. And when my deft fingers plucked the bow of humanity, at last I was free.
He was free.
Huh?
Huh?
I cannot speak more plainly. The good woman taught me the works of Shakespeare, and armed with this knowledge, I conquered the stage and saved myself from toil.
Oh, here it is. He's gonna tell us about how he became an actor.
Well, right.
And so, you see, the die was cast from the moment I was born. The stage was made for me, And it was my skill upon it that saved me from the streets and saved me once again from a life at sea.
What is the comely mistress? That was his opinion of how she looked. Comely. Okay, so the die was cast before the moment he was born. The stage was made for him, and it was his skill upon it that saved him from the streets. he got, oh no. Oh no. That's personalization too, right? Personalization.
Eddie, my man,
Yeah.
I got some good news and bad news for you. The truth of the matter is, fate doesn't give a stable full of horse shit about you. Ain't none of us are that special. The world ain't waiting for us to show up. It's just gonna keep turning.
Using a down-to-earth cowboy as the therapist surprised me at first, but I get it now.
Perhaps you are right, my dear boy. You are correct. My success was not because of the fates, but in spite of them. The fates said, Edmund, you are a child of the slums. But I shamed the immortal hags in my own manner. The stage roused my spirit. Thus I knew my destiny lay upon it.
Juxtaposition. Yes, exactly. He knew his... Just because he really liked Shakespeare. And that was the only time he felt alive or worth anything, was when people were watching him act, even though he was just picked up off the streets and made to do it as a child. So he thought that was just... that was just the best thing that had ever happened to him. Oh. Emotional reasoning.
You got it, amigo. You wanted the stage to be your ticket out of the bad days.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you were so successful. Your intrinsic motivation made you keep pushing to be better.
Tis so.
You're back. You got
The
popcorn.
threat of the rookeries loomed ever upon my overladen spirit.
Welcome back, Sonic.
Acting presented itself as a way to keep myself out of them. It is natural that I should weigh its importance so heavily.
I can see why acting means so much to you, Eddie.
I
I
understand it
probably
now.
feel damn near the same about the things that got me out of my bad days.
Thank you. Then you understand how my alienation from the theater does pain me so. And yet, the cure is as deadly as the illness. These damnable critics! Not a single lifetime among them, and they deign to challenge my interpretation of the written word. They simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
You gotta update yourself, man. So, he's saying they can't relate to his singular experience. He's bearing his soul, and they all sneer at him. What do you think? What do you think, chat? Is it labeling? No. Is it black and white thinking? No. They simply can't relate to his singular experience. I don't know that that's true. That sounds more like, personalization or emotional reasoning. It's one of these three. It's one of these three. Which one? Which one? I'm getting hungry. I'm thinking about the spaghetti that I made a little while ago. That guy on the right, he looks like something from the TV show What We Do in the Shadows. I love that show. I love it so much. It's so funny. Emotional reasoning? Okay, let's go for it.
For someone that lives for adulation, Edmund has a dim view of his fans, don't you think?
Oh,
They
okay.
simply cannot relate to my singular experience. I will bare my soul upon that stage, and they will all sneer and malign it on their internet profiles.
Okay, we're gonna go with disqualifying the positive.
Well, Eddie, the way I see it,
There we go.
you're not on stage doing vampire plays.
Andy gave us a
You're
hint.
portraying the whole human experience.
Yeah.
If you want your audience to respect you, you gotta respect your audience. They might not have lived a long time, but they're still human.
Yeah.
Scarcely. Critics are but an afterbirth of creation. But as you say, they are humans, and for certain they do bleed.
He checked.
So keep that in mind and you might find your job easier. I took a look at your Wikipedia entry last night, Eddie. Well, maybe you've had a few bad critics here and there, but history says you're a legend, and your work speaks for itself. Hell, you were around before film was ever a thing, and people still remember you.
Whoa.
Ah, your words warm me, as an ersatz son for the one we have forsaken. With thy help shall I gird my soul mayhap, and grace the stage once more.
Ersatz. I haven't heard that word in a while. Ever. Except for the ersatz elevator.
Well, let's talk about that then. What's the biggest thing stopping you from getting back up on that stage right now?
Yeah.
That it all simply might not be worth it. Why should I bear my damned soul when the audience hath not the sight to see it?
Maybe I can ask you a question then. What if there were no audience?
Oh, good question.
No audience? Do you know what a stage is, sir? It is a platform where life in brief may be portrayed. It is a platform because it is separate from the audience.
Heh.
Without such, the stage ceases to be a stage.
As in, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Simply but elegantly put, my dear boy. Without the audience, the stage loses all meaning, like a monarch without a kingdom.
Black and white thinking?
Just a minute there, partner. You're
Yeah.
saying that the stage is nothing without the audience.
It is.
But I gotta ask you,
Yeah.
where does the acting come from?
A reference to a series of unfortunate events. That's the only time I've ever heard the word ersatz ever used, ever in my life.
Ah, but from simple tongues, the purest of queries, narrow in breadth, but as deep as the sea. The source of acting is everything, my boy. The beating of every heart, the cry of every child, the fluttering of a butterfly's wings. The roots of acting are intertwined with those of life itself.
This is so well
So
written.
does acting come from
I
the
love it.
audience or from everything?
My dear boy, you prove yet again, as the bard oft did, that 'tis the fool who sees the truth as it is. I bow to your simple wisdom.
Thanks, I guess.
People keep saying that to me.
Let's figure out how we can bring it back to acting. Forget the audience. I know we can't see in
You
mirrors
love that.
and all, but
You love that
what do
particular
you think of
book.
filming yourself?
Yeah. I like the when they redid the series on Netflix. I thought they did a pretty good job with it. One of the greatest bad guys in the world. Okay, forgetting the audience. What do you think of filming yourself?
Brilliant notion. Yes, I shall become my own audience. I shall bring myself to rapture. Forsooth, if I cannot pleasure myself, whom can I pleasure?
That's right.
We're still talking about acting, right?
Oh, my dear boy, the pleasures of the flesh are secondary to one who knows character above all else. Indeed, we speak of the noble art.
Every single client today
I
has
shall
been
do
horny.
as you suggest. If there is one on this lonely orb that can inspire an artist such as I, it is myself.
I ain't sure I'd put it exactly that way, but I think you're touching on the thing we've been talking about. The motivation's got to come from you, amigo.
We are of one mind, dear boy. Perhaps I left my muse in the mortal realm, but I shall find him once more. Not only for myself, but also for my public. Yea, the masses flock to my Wikipedia page as moths to a flame, each a silent plea for the return of the one true artisan of the stage.
He's getting saucy. He's so saucy. Oh. Alright, let's see. Each is a silent plea for the return of a one true artisan. I'm gonna say personalization.
Now hold your horses there,
Yeah.
fella. You're reading a little too much into the whole Wikipedia thing. There's 1.5 million reasons why people might be looking you up. I mean, I hear tell the biggest Wikipedia page out there is the one for that coronavirus that got all them mortals all worked up. And I'm pretty sure they don't want that coming back.
Ah.
And thus dost thou scuttle a burgeoning friendship with the cannons of enmity. Why must you challenge me so?
That's my job, compadre. Ain't we had some good breakthroughs today? We couldn't have gotten there if I'd been busy agreeing with everything you said.
Oh, very well. But I still say you are most vexatious.
You're most vexatious.
I've been called worse. I think we got some homework for you, though, right? You're gonna film yourself and do some
I
acting
ain't
for its
got
own
no
sake.
fish, Spring. I ain't got no fish. Maybe I should add that. Gonna film himself and do some acting
We'll
for
check back
for
in
the
a few
fun
weeks.
of it.
But Eddie, I think you're doing great. We made a lot of progress today.
Oh, ad break.
Naturally, the human condition is my oeuvre. Nevertheless, you have been a competent guide. You have reminded me of what is most important in unlife. Me.
Oh no.
I should like to give you a gift.
Oh no.
Oh, come on. You don't need to do nothing like that.
Nonsense.
Oh.
It is meaningless to me, but it is beyond price for you. It is my headshot, signed with my autograph.
Aw, thanks.
Oh, thanks, Eddie.
Cherish it always. If you help me to find my muse, then it is a gift even more precious. And I will find it ere we next meet. Of that, I promise you.
Okay, good luck.
Well, let's not put the pressure on, amigo. Just enjoy some acting. That's all I'm asking for. I'll see you in a few weeks then, okay?
Okie dokie.
Verily, so it shall be. Godspeed then, boy. Thou shalt witness me new and on. Farewell.
Farewell.
A job well done, Samuel. I was particularly impressed at the way you challenged Edmund on what acting means to him.
Heh.
Yeah, he's a weird fella, but I think he's gonna do okay.
I guess.
It can be hard for our kind to retain our intrinsic motivation. Something must keep him going. I do hope that he will find his. But you, Samuel, must rest. The work you have done in these past 2 months deserves to be celebrated. So do not linger here in this dusty room.
Okay.
Perhaps you can even be encouraged to dance.
No.
I think I'm gonna need a lot more therapy myself to get to that point.
No dancing.
Very well, Samuel. Then let us at least make sure you get well nourished. Find a friendly neck downstairs, my friend. You deserve it.
A friendly
and rest
neck.
in peace.
One friendly neck coming up.
Well, they say don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys, but maybe don't let them be actors either.
Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be
Time to do some
cowboys.
Crimson a little. I gotta talk to some more folks though. Andy's mainly my teacher, so I'm starting to feel like Crimson's my only friend.
Aw. Yeah, I have been here like a month and a half, right?
Hey, only friend.
Hey, only friend.
Excuse me?
What? Oh, yeah, Crimson. Hey, Crimson.
Hey, Crimson.
Are you blushing, vampire?
Oh,
That ain't possible.
he about to be their third.
It's all right. It's nice to hear from a vampire who's younger than Jesus.
Ugh.
Now, let's hear how this week went before you go out there and find friend number 2.
Friend number 2.
All right, real quick. This client of mine, he had a real bad time as a kid. Well, worse than I did, it sounds like. But he found fame early, and now he's talking about fate and how he's destined for greatness again.
Met plenty of destined for greatness folk in D.C. I lost patience for it. How do you think you handled him?
Okay, I
I
guess.
learned my lessons from the last session. He didn't threaten to jump off a cliff this time or anything.
Yes, that's right. I'm gonna screenshot that. Yeah. Okay, there I did it. Welcome back from ads. Our theater friend gave me an autograph.
I gave him an
and
assignment
went home.
to film himself doing something he loves doing. He seemed excited about that.
No audience, just acting.
You're either brave or adorable, Sam Walls.
There's nothing brave about it. As for adorable, well, some have used words to that effect before.
Okay, now I know you're confident enough to get out there. Giddy up.
Giddy up,
Here we go.
cowboy.
Right to the edge of the dance floor, but not on it. Don't want anyone.
Once more alone, I
What?
see.
I pressed it too fast. Here's this lady again.
You scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, me too.
But you can't shit. You're a vampire.
I don't know. What a line. I'm gonna screenshot that one too. I gotta do it. I need people to understand the kind of games that I play in my marketing materials. Okay, we're good to go.
Know that I see much, vampire, and that I like what I see.
What is she?
Oh, it's her again. Well, I was hoping to find a mortal friend, or at least a willing Nick.
Oh yeah, she's telepathic.
Now, what do mortals of this time talk about?
Be awkward about the weather. Be awkward about everyday annoyances. Be awkward about music. I'll be awkward about music.
They ever play the classics in here? A little Oh Susanna or Old Folks at Home?
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me.
No, they don't.
They don't.
All your favorite songs have been long forgotten now.
Well, could have said that a little less straightforward.
Well, what songs do you like?
Yeah,
If I told you, would you know them?
she likes Enya.
Probably not.
I see.
You see a lot, don't you?
Why don't you tell me what you see?
Why do you talk like this?
I see an interesting mortal. Someone observant. Someone who isn't afraid to have their own style.
That is what you observe. It is not what you see.
Huh?
Well, fine. You tell me what I see.
You tell me. It's like guess what the teacher's thinking game.
You see the long vein across my throat. It looks very juicy, doesn't it?
She's like
Well,
hypnotic.
now that you mention it, it does.
Then consent is given. Do not hesitate, vampire.
Okay.
Shucks, that was something else.
Blech.
You got good circulation there.
You got good circulation there.
I see. And what do I taste like?
Kinda earthy. You could use some iron. What do you eat most often?
I eat a lot of carrots.
You
They're
definitely-
supposed to be good for one's eyesight, and I like to see.
You said that. You said that multiple times.
I see now that you are tired and wish to enter your state of torpor.
Well, maybe I'll see myself out then.
That's offensive.
I love this entire interaction.
I'm going to leave now.
Shoot,
Oh.
this is something I said. Well, at least I got a full belly. And now, time for some shut-eye.
That's offensive. I love this game so much.
Good evening, Samuel. I believe you are seeing the Ancient One tonight, aren't you?
The ancient one.
Ancient one.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
1,200 years older
Medi.
than you.
I suppose I was engaging in a bit of labeling myself. You are, of course, correct. Still, her age presents a unique challenge. After one lives for 1,000 years, history seems less a line than a fixed point. Speaking of which, I imagine you can guess what distortion an old one such as Medi might fixate upon.
Overgeneralization or Nosferatu thinking. So that's tricky because they're so similar. Black and white thinking or overgeneralizing. I'm gonna say black and white
It's
thinking.
Nosferatu thinking. Medi's seen so much history that morals can only be one way or another for her.
Yeah.
You are not incorrect. She does indeed paint the world with a very old, broad brush. But her true distortion is more specific.
Ah, heck. I was wrong.
It's gotta be overgeneralization. She really is basing all her opinions on her experiences when she was alive.
Very good, Samuel. I heard tales of her island in my time, but they were never peaceful tales. I am not surprised she finds safety in her narrative. What other distortions do you think Medi might exhibit?
All right, Medi. So she's 1800 years old, and she's a streamer. She had a tough life when she was alive. She's Scottish, and was just kind of treated awfully, and so she's scared. Like she's like a shut-in, even though she has millions of followers on Twitch. She's a Twitch streamer. She just kind of uses people so that they will, like, you know, she can get her rent paid, and, you know, they will dispose of dead bodies for her or even die for her. And she's just kind of decided that the earth is the way it is, and people are the way they are, and she's just kind of painted herself into a corner. So she doesn't sometimes she personalizes things because she is a streamer, but she just kind of looks down at everybody like, you're my little follower, go over there and die for me, please. She doesn't understand why people don't just do what she says, and she just doesn't get out of the house, and that's kind of her only thing that she's doing right now. She's just kind of isolated out of fear for a long time. So I'm gonna say labeling. Black and white thinking. I think that's fair. Emotional reasoning. Control fallacy. She's trying to control. As a streamer, is this accurate? I don't know. I have 6 viewers right now. I'm so thankful for all 6 of you. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow will be my 5-month streaming anniversary? Yeah, tomorrow. 5 months. Hooray! I'm only just now streaming regularly, though. Okay. Let's see. Control fallacy. Should I choose disqualifying the positive or labeling? Disqualifying the positive, I think. She's refusing to see anything but fear.
Good to go,
Hurrah!
boss.
Hurrah! Huzzah!
Then I will leave you to it. Good luck, my friend.
Bat!
Hello again, strange cowboy man.
Oh, her voice is so great. Half-year Gin Maid anniversary! It should not... I can't believe it's 5 months, honestly. I'm shocked. I was, like, counting on my fingers in shock just like 20 seconds ago. Processing that. Okay, anyways, going on.
It's good to see you again, Mitty. How's the past month been for you?
I love her voice. Listen to her voice.
Went for a walk, just like you suggested. Didn't like it very much.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. What was so unpleasant about it?
It's very loud outside. And dirty and smelly. Everywhere I walked, it smelled like mortal food, which is disgusting.
Disgusting.
They knew how good it felt to drink blood. Maybe they would not eat so much of this pizza food.
Oh, wow. She's really isolated
So many
herself.
Cars too. I don't like cars. They have hateful faces. They look so angry all the time.
Right? Right? If she told me to do something, I'd be like, okay, okay. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Stepped in a wee, killed 7 men, and got splashed by a bus. It's really quite awful.
She went for a walk. He told her to take a walk. She stepped in piss, killed 7 men, and got splashed by a bus.
You killed 7 men? How the heck did that happen?
Whoopsie.
Oh, that was inconvenient, you know. Normally I have my zealots do that kind of thing for me. They take care of the bodies.
Yeah.
But I had to do all that silly work myself. And now there are always police sirens going off, which interrupts my streams and makes my followers very sad.
That's how I feel playing like GTA. Like, what? You stinking police.
Why did that all happen?
What? Yeah, why
Because
did that all happen?
bodies everywhere, silly. I don't know what to do with my rubbish.
Oh no! She doesn't know what to
I
do.
meant, why the killing? You didn't happen to make a few assumptions based on past experiences? Why kill a bunch of men?
No. Oh my gosh. I see. There is some interest. There's some interest in me playing something that I wouldn't seem to play normally. This has been noted.
Oh. Well, they looked at me.
They looked at
I
her.
know what mortals who look at me are like. If I let them live, they'd probably try to burn me as a witch. I could do nothing but kill them.
Oh no! I don't have GTA. I've played other people's copies of GTA. They're like, hey Zozi, you wanna play GTA with us? And I'm like, sure. What if a wealthy benefactor gifted it to me? Well, I guess I would have to then. I would have to play. Wait. I don't know if my laptop can play that. I would have to get back with you on that one. I'll look and see. It is not my vibe at all, and which is why y'all want to see me play it. I do understand. I have a thing going on where it reminds me of, like, it takes a lot to get me mad, but when I do get mad, no one takes me seriously because it's like making Kermit the Frog mad. It's just very entertaining. People are like, oh, look at her go. It kind of reminds me of that. Fear Magneto. Hi, Lee. Hi. Welcome in, Lee. We're learning more cognitive distortions and talking about whether or not I should play GTA because it would be funny for me to do so. And also, this vampire has a really great voice. She just killed 7 men because they looked at her. Nosferatu thinking? Nope, that's wrong.
She knows
That's
what all
wrong.
mortals are like. I hope she remembers that we were all once mortal ourselves.
Oh, right.
Well, they looked at me. I know what mortals who look at me are like. If I let them live, they'd probably try to burn me as a witch. I could do nothing but kill them.
They just looked at her, so she killed them.
Hold on a sec. You know what mortals who look at you are like. How do you know? Are you reading their minds?
You know what? I would actually prefer to play that is kind of in the same vein as that would be Red Dead Redemption 2. I would totally play that. Plus, I could do a southern accent.
I don't have to read their minds, sweetling. I have known manlings for a very long time.
I get what you're saying, but here in this room at least, we gotta be honest with ourselves. Do you really know what they were thinking?
A Western Zozi. A great compromise, yes. Yes. This is... A thing has been born. Oh boy.
Silly mouseling. I do not need to know what a wolf is thinking to know what a wolf is.
A Western Zozi. Oh yeah, I would... For a game that big, I would make like a Western version of myself. For sure, for sure. I'd make a Western Zozi PNG tuber.
Does that mean every wolf you see is gonna try to eat you?
We don't have wolves anymore. They're all gone now.
You're the wolf, you silly. You're a vampire.
So maybe you can see where that kind of thinking can be a problem. It was scared people who killed all them wolves, right? Now I know that thinking doesn't come from nowhere. Old as you are, I'm sure you've seen some real awful stuff.
That's right. Haven't killed you, though. You are kind, little mouse.
I have it on PlayStation 4. I don't have a PS5, but I do have it on PS4.
Well, let's lay off the mouse stuff a little.
I'm sorry. I don't wish for you to scurry away into a little hole. Do you want to hear why I feel the way I do?
Sure.
I would appreciate it greatly, miss.
That's what we're here for, lady.
Let me tell you about men from my time, then. Let's start with me, Da.
Oh, here we go.
My father sold me and my mother to a chief of a rival clan for a golden necklace.
Oh.
That is just horrifying.
Oh, don't fuss, sweetling. It was the most beautiful golden necklace. At least 2 girls' worth.
Oh no.
Quite a deal, really.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You're using humor, but I'm sure that must have been heartbreaking for you.
Yeah.
It was common at the time. I suppose I should have been glad to be the possession of an old chief. I knew girls who did as they were told. They would have been thrilled to have been the concubine of a powerful chief. But, oh, he was so old. Cormac O'Neill, the oldest man I had ever seen. I remember thinking, where is his face? Because I could not see it under all his disgusting wrinkles.
Blech.
How old was the guy?
Oh no. Here comes the punchline.
38.
Yep, there it is.
That was pretty old in your time, huh? I wish
Oh.
I died at 38. Could have been a better looking corpse.
He said that like
Well,
3 times
he
in this
left
game so
an
far.
Awful looking corpse. His face was all.
Huh? What? Something moving in the mirror near the fireplace. Don't freak me. Don't freak me out. What? What? Where? Okay, I'm staring. I'm staring at the mirror. It doesn't look animatable though. It looks like the painted background. Hey, hey! Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm not falling for this. Nope. Nope. Don't waste your 1,000 channel points. I'm on to you. That was good. That was... Woo! You almost got me. You almost got me. I was squinting hard at it.
I'm guessing you had something to do with that, huh?
Not me.
Dude, I warned you. I said I was gonna do that if you did that again.
Yeah, even if I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. It's okay, Sonny. It's okay. She said, why are you screaming? I'm gonna bark about it. It's okay, Sonny. It's okay. She's so concerned right now. I still reacted to it though, even though I knew it was coming. That was a solid trickery. It was. It's okay. It's okay, Sonny. It's okay. Hey, Sonny, where's your ball? Go get your ball. Go get it. Go get your ball. Go get your ball. It's not working. She says, I can't get a ball right now. Yes, it did scare me, even though I knew it was coming. That is the beauty of jump scares and Josie. Zozi. There's a dog in my life named Josie. I cycled through. It's okay, Sonny. Oh my gosh. She really barked and barked and barked over that. It is time, y'all. Oh no! Okay, hold on. It is time. Alright. 10-minute southern accent. Let's go. Bam. Alright. Southern accent time, everybody. Hold on to your britches.
For me.
Tis
He said
time.
it would make my dear master die in excruciating pain.
Oh, whoa. She gonna kill him.
So, one night, I lay with him. And that means I did sex.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
When he was pleased, I fed him the poison mead. Abby did what I couldn't. And the old fool finally died.
Whoa. Then what happened? Oh, wait. She was telling a story, but there's a thing here. Oh, Abby did what she couldn't. So that's... Wait, I don't have that one on here. I didn't choose that one. I didn't choose that one. Alright. Let me see. She lay with him, she did the sex, and when he was pleased, I fed him the poisoned mead. Abby did what I couldn't, and the old fool finally died. Did what she couldn't. So control fallacy.
You're saying your boyfriend killed your husband, but it sounds to me like you did the real work.
Well, yep.
You mixed up some herbs, sure, but you were the one that had to sleep with the old man and get the poison in him.
Yep.
Abby made sure I knew it was because of him that I was free. He said it could never have happened without him.
Oh, she gave her power away.
He didn't have to be brave to mix up a potion. I think the bravery was all you, Mitty. Don't disqualify the idea that the person who set you free was you.
Yeah.
You know, I think you're absolutely right, strange cowboy man. I did do all the work. But Abby never let me forget that he was the one who freed me. He wanted me to worship him.
Oh, man. Out of the frying pan and into the...
A fella who demands to be worshipped is always going to be a dangerous man.
Yep. That's right. That's fucking right.
Dangerous men have always been drawn to me. Must be something about the way I am.
Oh, no. Oh, there's a lot to unpack
so what
there.
happened after you killed Cormac?
The Neil clan came after me and Abby. They found him, took their swords and went, stab, stab, stabby, stabby, stab, stab, stab.
They took their swords and went what again?
But Abby just laughed. That's how I found out he was undead already.
Oh no!
Gave me the willies. When they couldn't kill Abby, they decided to kill me instead. And that made him very upset indeed.
Oh
Because I
no!
belonged to him.
Oh no!
That must have been terrifying.
She's just used to being treated like property.
I suppose. Mostly hurt. Lots and lots.
You're laughing.
Stabbed isn't much fun when you're immortal.
Oh.
I ain't too fond of it as a vampire neither.
Abby fed me his blood, though, and then I became like him. When I woke up, the Neil clan who tried to kill us were all properly dead.
Properly?
Well, almost dead. They still had a lot of blood left, and I was hungry.
Oh.
The Neil clan was ever so cross, though. They captured Abby and sealed him in a tomb with some forgotten spells. He's still there as far as I know.
What? Thank you for the subscription! Thank you. I'm so happy. Now who did that? Now who done gone and done that? It was you! Thank you. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I will buy a better mic that doesn't pick up dog barks eventually.
What happened to you?
Yeah, what did happen to you?
I didn't have a future with my tribe. I insulted both my clan and Cormac's clan by killing their chief. My only choice was to be alone.
Oh man.
That's the wisest choice.
She's been alone. Oh no. Oh dear. Okay. Her only choice. I'm gonna say black and white thinking.
That kind of all or nothing thinking could get us in trouble.
Yeah.
If we think all is lost, we're liable to do things we wouldn't normally do.
You got a joke for me? Okay. Tell me your joke.
I know I did some stuff I regretted in them moments, and I sure wish I'd taken a breath and stepped back in all them times.
You sound so sad when you say that, funny cowboy man.
Funny cowboy man.
I'm all right. I'm just saying, you're a capable lady. You've always got more options than you think in a bad moment.
All that happened to her, and she's so powerful. Oh, sorry. She's so powerful. No. She's so powerful. Yeah. She's so powerful. Uh-oh. Snowman joke. Old man joke. Oh. Oh, snap. A glass of water. Oh, no. Don't tell Snow. Don't tell Snow. Snow will have things to say about that. An old snowman is a glass of water.
Oh, but you're just a child. I don't want you to be sad.
Well, let's focus on you, huh? You say you've been living alone ever since then?
Ever since then.
Of course, my silly cowboy man. We aren't mortal anymore. We will always end up alone. Why waste my time?
Oh, man. She's sad. She's sad. Wait. A tall glass of water. Ba-doom. Shh. I responded for you, Snow. Alright. We'll always end up alone. Why waste my time? Oh, man. Disqualifying the positive. What?
Again, Medi deals in extremes.
Oh, okay.
While life often makes one's interpretation of life stark.
Okay.
Of course, my silly cowboy man. We aren't mortal anymore. We will always end up alone. Why waste my time?
It's the laughing as she says these absolutely despairing sentences. Dang. Black and white thinking.
Come on, Mitty. You're distorting a lot of reality there. All vampires ain't lonely. Some of us choose to be, but not all of us.
You're in a vampire nightclub
Sure,
right
mortals
now.
have a
man.
habit of dying, but there will always be more of them. Not to mention all the vampires out there.
Yeah.
Heck, I used to be in a vampire gang. Cult. Well, kind of both. They weren't good company, but they certainly weren't lonely.
No, I guess not.
I mean, ain't we talking? Well, there's loads of vampires out there who think like you do, and they're fulfilling their own prophecies of loneliness.
Yeah.
You're being a mean little mouse now, and I don't like it very much. Maybe I should have killed you after all.
Oh, she's really set in her ways.
I'm trying to help you, Mitty. The world's changed a lot in the last 1800 years. A lot of it bad, but a lot of it good, too.
Oh boy, a clip. I'm excited.
By and large, most people ain't burning witches and selling their daughters. That sort of thing's frowned upon by mortals these days.
Yep, that most of them.
There are laws out there to protect folks now. It ain't like in old times.
May I tell you a story, little mouse?
Oh, a story, little mouse.
All right, tell me a story.
Tell me a story.
Once upon a time, there was a very pretty young lady. Pretty, but also crazy. Like me.
Now you're labeling yourself as crazy.
The pretty young lady Mary had moved in with her cousin, Mrs. Hultridge. At first they got along quite well. But one day, Mary started acting naughty. She would shout, act unladylike, and even say that Jesus Christ wasn't very special.
Gasp.
Mrs. Hultridge liked Jesus Christ very much and wanted Mary to like him too. When she didn't, this embarrassed Mrs. Hultridge. She began to think something was wrong with Mary. After all, who didn't like Jesus Christ?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Mrs. Hultridge said that Mary had begun to vomit up pins and buttons, nails, glass, and bits of wool.
Oh no. Oh no.
Instead of being grateful for the free gifts Mary was vomiting up, Mrs. Hultridge said that she had been attacked by 8 witches in spectral form.
There it is.
Now,
witch hunts.
Just so happened that all 8 of those witches lived very close to the town where Mrs. Hultridge lived.
How about that?
Despite their magical prowess, the 8 witches were captured and put into the stocks, and all the people of the town were told that the women did not like Jesus Christ at all. So the Jesus Christ-liking people threw rotten vegetables and poo at the witches. And, just for fun, they gouged out the
I don't ask for much, Renville. You're just the blood of a few dozen innocent people.
Yes. that suits her. That's Smetty. I'm just eating a few people. No big deal. They deserve it.
Then they kicked the witches out of town and lived happily ever after. The end.
The end.
That ain't a pleasant story.
Oh, it was very unpleasant.
Oh!
It hurts very much to have your eye taken away.
Oh no!
I like my new eye.
That's a fake eye! She had her eye gouged out as a... Oh no! Oh!
I was 1500 summers old or so when that happened. The world hadn't changed much then. I don't think it's changed much now.
Oh, trauma.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Meddy. You're right. Folk can be pretty awful when they get riled up. That ain't...
Oh, don't be sorry,
Oops.
little mouse. I like my new eye. Also, the story has a happy ending.
Does it?
Oh yeah? What's that?
Yeah.
After I had my eye taken away, I took Mrs. Hultridge's parts away too, one by one until she died. It was so much fun.
Oh, that's a happy ending.
A little morbid, Meddy.
Bruh! Bruh, what?
Meddy? Oh, I like that. It's very clever.
Morbid
Nice.
Meddy.
But you see why I'm careful now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. But look, there's one thing that's different now, and that's...
Oh, man. The thoughts I'm having right now. The liberal. I'm going to say what we're doing right now.
It's what we're doing right now. In all that time up till now, therapy ain't never existed. We only just started
You had a
looking at
cyber
ourselves
eye.
the way we think. Before recent times, we only looked at gods, government, and society. The self is a new frontier, and we're learning stuff we never considered before.
Oh, man. It's taken us this long.
The frontier can be kind of scary, but being on
As
that
humanity.
frontier means moving forward. Come with me.
Okay.
Silly mouse. If something feels scary, that means that there must be something to be scared of.
Oh, she's so scared. Emotional reasoning.
Now hold your horses there. Yeah, it might be true that sensing something scary means there's actually something scary out there. But that don't make it necessarily so. If fear keeps us from exploring, we can't experience new things, good or bad.
Suppose that's true. But good things are temporary. Bad things can last forever. Would you like to hold my eye?
Sure.
Oh, that's all right. You keep it. I get what you're saying, Meddy. I ain't saying not to be careful. Just acknowledge that a feeling doesn't make reality.
If I had a false eye, I would absolutely do that to people. Here, you want to hold it?
I
know you've been through a lot and you got damn good reasons for being careful. But
Yeah,
there's a
she
reason
does.
you came to me, right?
Yep.
Yes, but it wasn't because I wanted to go outside. It's because of my fans. They're very demanding.
You're giving in because of fear.
That's why we were talking about your going for walks and went down this rabbit hole.
Or, in your case, a mouse hole.
A mouse hole.
Anyway, therapy usually ain't about just one thing. It's about lots of things. If the problem is your fans, we gotta imagine unlife without them, right?
Yeah?
Don't want to lose them all. Some of them are gentle. They're too weak to hurt anyone, which is why they don't.
Hmm? They're too weak to hurt anyone, which is why they don't. What do you guys think? Overgeneralization?
You really think
Yeah.
weak people would hurt others if they were stronger?
Little mouse, I've been alive for a long time. I believe what my eye shows me. Yes, if one is capable of hurting another, they do.
They can, but they don't always. You ever seen them capybara animals?
Them capybaras!
They're dang massive rodents and could do some damage if they wanted to, I reckon.
Oh, yes! Oh, they're very cute. People like to share animated pictures of them in my community.
Some folk are like that. They just want to sit around and have someone scratch their bellies.
Is that what you want, little mouse?
No, no, no,
Do you
no,
want
no.
me to scratch your
That's not what we meant. That's not what we meant.
No, I'm just saying, don't assume everyone's out to hurt someone. Yeah, it happens. Of course it does. But that kind of thinking ain't giving folks their fair shot.
Don't know what I'll do if I don't have my followers. I can't live the way I used to before the machines took
Capybara
over.
our humanity. I mean, they could be. They should be. Or the should statement. Is it? True ending. Capybaras!
Oh, they expect so much of me now. They send me messages all night and all day. They need content.
Give us
Oh, if
content.
we don't give them their content, they'll all leave. Their attention spans are like those of little bugs, but they're not as cute.
If I don't give them their content, they'll all leave. That is... Control fallacy? No,
Maddie
dang
has
it.
millions of followers, yet she expects the same of all of them. This does not compute, as I hear the children of the sun say.
Okay.
God, if I don't give them their content, they'll all leave. Their attention spans are like those of little bugs, but they're not as cute.
Disqualifying the positive? No.
Maddie has millions of followers.
I knew that was wrong
yet
when
she
I clicked
expects
it.
the same of all of them. This does not compute, as I hear the children of the sun.
Of course,
Don't
it's
give them their
one of
content,
those.
they'll all...
Okay, I think we
Overgeneralization.
need to talk about
I knew it was
moderation.
that. Dang it. Moderation. She's got mods.
Oh, I already have moderators.
Yeah, I knew it.
Any major content creator has to have them.
I don't know what that stuff means. I'm talking about moderation in your thinking. What if you gave your fans only what you felt comfortable giving?
Fans. Her only fans. They're called Only Zealots. She has an Only Zealots page.
Doesn't matter what I want, silly mouse. They just want me to overreact to video games.
Is that what they want? Black and white thinking. Dang it!
Again, Maddie seems to view her followers as cattle. Are all mortals so docile?
Doesn't matter what I want, silly
Overgeneralization
mouse.
again.
They just want me to overreact to video.
Maddie, you're
You
thinking
can't
that mortals
moderate
want
your
only one
mind.
type of content.
Hey,
It's forcing
hey.
you to make only one type of content.
That's what mindfulness is. You can moderate your own mind. It's a matter of practice. It can be tough, I understand.
Your assumptions are keeping you from doing things you like, and you deserve to do things you actually enjoy.
Yeah, like killing men.
You're very kind. I thought cowboys were supposed to be tough.
He got a heart of gold.
Who says I ain't? I just don't have nothing to prove no more.
Yeah, he pulled his gun twice on the first client today.
Here, why don't we try something new for next time, since going out didn't go so well last time?
Yay! Killing men is fun! In-game! In-game! Okay, he's telling her to go for a walk.
Take a day off. Don't answer any messages, don't post no content. Just do something for you and you alone. Take a sick day.
Okay.
But we never get sick. We're dead people.
It's not really a sick day.
They don't know that, do they? One day. That's all I'm asking for. You need to give yourself a little space.
Very well. Since you've been a very kind mouse, I'll do it for you.
Aw.
I'd prefer it if you did it for you, but we'll work toward that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had a big piece of cheese to give to you right now.
You know he's not actually a mouse.
A lactose intolerance is kind of a side effect of death, but I appreciate the sentiment. I'll see you in a month then, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Great. I'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
You are doing well, my friend. I know we old ones can be rather inscrutable sometimes.
She's human. We all are, ain't we? The way I see it, we all got the same problems one way or another.
Yep.
Your wisdom never fails to impress, Samuel. I believe it is time for you to follow your own advice to Miss Meddy, however.
Go take a break.
All work and no play makes for a dull vampire, as they say.
Not being able to eat milk while dead sounds like hell. You know what's worse? Would be not being able to eat milk while alive.
Yeah, you're probably right. I might hit the hay early and do a bit of reading.
If you must take out some aggression on hay, then please do so. I shall see you soon, my friend. Rest in peace.
We're gonna hit it. We're gonna hit that hay.
Good night, Andy.
Let's go see Crimson.
Dang, I wonder how I'll feel about humanity when I'm 1800. Heck, I wonder whether there'll even be a planet.
Let's
I
not think
guess
about
it's
that.
time to drown my existential woes in blood.
Oh, yeah, as one does.
Howdy there, Crimson.
Hey, Crimson.
You're sounding a little weary there, cowboy. You getting enough to drink these nights?
Oh, yeah, that ain't it. Just existential ponderings.
That's just my specialty. What's eating you, buckaroo?
It's this old client I got. She's been watching humanity hurting itself for 1,800 years. Every time she expected better, she got hurt. She ain't wrong to mistrust mortals.
That's a tough one. What do you do with someone like that?
Well, I tried to guide her to look inward like I do with everyone. People are people, but so is she.
How do you think she took it?
Okay.
I think she appreciated the focus on her. I can't answer for all humanity, but maybe she can get answers from herself.
I think you could stand to listen to yourself, Ranchero.
Yeah.
You could have been a mean old Dracula, and nobody would expect anything different from you. Reckon there have always been people like you, no matter how bad it's been in history.
Aw, I like that.
Dang, Crimson. I can see why Andy respects you so much. You done some living, sounds like.
Death at the door can put things into perspective. I get where your client is coming from. Changing the world isn't gonna happen, but we can at least change ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. The country I left definitely ain't the country I was born in.
The wheels turn a little slowly for us mortals, cowboy. Back in DC, I was trying to push policy to do something about our poverty problem, but the kind gentlemen across the street were pretty happy to make things worse. When I got my cancer diagnosis, that was my wake-up call to stop getting disappointed and start living with the little amount of time I had left.
Working at a bar is more rewarding than being a member of the bar, huh?
Not bad, cowboy. It's got its charms. Here, I whipped up something special for you.
Well, thank you.
That ain't half bad. Got a refreshing taste.
Zozi, just to let you know, if this was a real bar, they might hire me because 6 months ago I learned how to make cocktails. You learned how to make cocktails 6 months ago. Like a bunch of different types of cocktails? Did you work at a bar? Or did you just, like, Just hyper fixate on how to make cocktails. That's what I would do.
Rose hips. Just a little something extra. Been experimenting with some herbals for Andy.
Guess old dogs like us can still learn new tricks. Thanks, Crimson. I think I'll hit the hay now.
Hit the hay.
You hit that hay, Desperado. I'll see you later.
Let's go find
Got
some
a lot
hay
on
to
my mind
hit.
tonight. I think I need some rest. Now, what should I do to relax?
Let's see. Maybe some reading? Oh, man. Emerson or watch a man get his butt burned with a hot iron. Or go to sleep. Which one? Which one? Yeah, Sonic, can you make the rice a mojito? Yeah, I'm gonna watch a man get his butt burned with a hot
I
iron.
sure am grateful that Andy has some classic cinema to watch in here.
Oh no, it really is. It's a whole Three Stooges episode.
This is a good one.
It's a whole episode, y'all. It's a whole episode. Oh, I can stop. I can stop if I want. Do y'all want to watch this? It really is like 18 minutes long, I think. I thought it was just a clip, but it's an entire episode of... Okay. Bring this up some. Here we are. There's our boys. Yeah. Yeah, they're public domain now.
Spot I ever tackled.
Oh no! Oh no! Wait!
Chef, give me a hand.
Crap!
I can't now. I gotta finish my pants. Hey, fellas. Listen to this.
Curses.
Gentlemen.
The ads got us. It snuck up on us.
Gentlemen, this is to inform
No.
you that unless overdue payments for tailoring equipment are made within 24 hours,
Hold
we
on,
will
hold on.
repossess said.
Can I
That's
stop
enough for
it?
one night. Time to
No.
visit Dreamland.
That's
Maybe
it.
I'll see my princess there.
I can't pause it. They don't give us the option to pause it. No. Alas. The sadness. Alas. I'm saying words like alas now. Dang it. Dang it. Wah, wah, wah. Oh well, it's okay. Dun, 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 dun. Da 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 da. Time to visit Dreamland. Maybe I'll see my princess there. Man, he really loved his horse. Really loved his horse. That must have been a great horse. It was his princess. I know. I'm sorry. Don't. There. I'm sorry, Sonic. He's in ad hell. And I accidentally turned the Three Stooges off because there's no pausing it. Wow, this is a nice looking coffin. Oh, hey, look, here's the here's the autograph that the narcissistic guy, Edmund gave us. You are now out of ad jail. Welcome back. So I tried pausing the TV show we were watching, but it just stopped it altogether. I am sorry. Welcome back. So now Sam is going to go to sleep and dream of his horse.
Samuel,
we are.
my dear, I do look forward to our chats. How are you feeling tonight?
I gotta confess, boss, I'm a little down. I love helping other vampires, but getting therapy myself sometimes ain't much fun.
It ain't so fun, is it?
I understand. Looking in the mirror is difficult for any human, much more so when they don't cast a reflection.
You ain't kidding. It just seems like there's always work to do, you know? Like my walking in the woods for 90 years wasn't nearly enough time.
I can understand that, man.
I dare say you are correct. I believe that we must never cease our walking in the woods. There is no mystery deeper than that of our own existence.
Oh, I like that. I like it. I like that a lot.
Where do vampires
Very
come
quotable.
from anyway?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Well, Samuel, when two vampires love each other very much...
Come on, boss. That's not what I'm asking. Where do we come from?
The answer to that is much older than recorded history, my friend.
A
But let us
vampire
focus on you.
stork.
We should start with some meditation and determine what thoughts are most important to you right now.
All right, meditation. My
Close
favorite.
your eyes and envision your place of comfort.
All right, for real, for real. Okay, gonna chill.
I ain't good at being a therapist.
Breathe in,
Is my hat weird?
breathe out.
Ich bin Sam. Ich bin ein cool man.
Breathe
The
in,
election looks real bad back home.
breathe out.
Dr. Drain thinks I'm brain damaged.
Breathe
Why'd
in,
my mama have to marry that asshole?
breathe out.
When's the sunrise? The Senora hates my guts.
No, she doesn't. She loves you.
Sure wish you were still here, Jeb.
Breathing out. Who's Jeb?
Actors need help, that's for dang sure. Wish I had more book smarts.
Breathing out.
Bet he scares the heck out of me. You're an idiot, Sam. Hurting all them folk.
Aw.
Why'd I join up with a gang in the first place?
Breathing in, breathing out.
How are you feeling, my friend?
Pretty good. I gotta say, my head's been a mess of thoughts lately. I think I was afraid of therapy today.
Why is that, my friend? What thoughts came up?
Well, after last time, I think I was stewing a bit. Just being real angry at myself for joining that nasty cult in the first place.
They preyed on the vulnerable, as cults tend to do. If you had been a man of means with a robust support system, I doubt they would have noticed you.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
You get isolated
And honestly,
people.
I'm mad about that too. I mean, my country did me real wrong and put me in that sorry state to begin with.
This sounds like a proverbial can of worms.
It does.
Yeah, you could definitely say that. After we talked last time, I kept thinking, what could I have done differently? And the answer amounts to horse shit.
Horse shit.
All that law breaking I did, all that murdering and stealing and doing no good, that was my country failing me.
What? Wait.
Let us slow down, Samuel. You are making a bit of a logical leap. I have great admiration and empathy for you, my friend, but it is disrespectful to those you hurt to blame anyone but yourself.
I mean, I guess I could have died. Suppose that would have been kinder, but that's a lot to ask a boy to do.
I am not suggesting that you should have died, and I do not suggest that your country was without fault. However, your country had its role, and you had yours. You are using a cognitive distortion called blaming.
Whoa.
When we engage in blaming, we ignore or wipe away our own faults, attributing them to someone or something else.
That way you don't have to take responsibility for whatever is causing you shame.
Our faults
it's
are
uncomfortable.
precious, Samuel. We cannot be ourselves without them. Do not wipe them away.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wish things hadn't been the way they were. If my
It
country had
is.
taken a better trail,
I love it.
maybe
I
it
love
would have
it so
turned out
much.
different.
Differently. I am sorry to interrupt, but Senora Deste might correct you less gently. Now then, perhaps it would help to put blaming into perspective. It is always humbling to see ourselves in the mirrors of our minds, is it not? Let's try some examples. See if you can tell when I am blaming.
Okay, here we go.
I
Blame.
turned into a bat the other day and flew right into a tree. Who put that tree there?
And that could be blaming. I want to hear the other ones.
I was unable to perform in bed with Crimson the other night. It must have been her fault.
Okay, yeah, that's blaming.
Dang, that is some blaming. Takes two to tango, boss. Maybe there's some bad blood brewing between you two. Man, I wish I hadn't heard about it.
Do not worry, my friend. Crimson and I bring each other great satisfaction.
Did not have to know that.
All right, I get it.
I said nothing lurid, Samuel. Why are you so distressed?
Well, singing great satisfaction. It's like hearing your parents talking about their sex lives. I mean, not that you're... I mean, forget I said anything.
All right, Samuel, let us move on.
It's like your
The
parents.
interface on this widely used new vampire dating app is so modern. How do they expect anyone to use this cursed thing?
Disqualifying the positive?
We are trying to identify only the blaming distortions.
Oh, yeah.
Please
That's right.
concentrate.
That's right.
The interface
Pay
on this widely
attention.
used new vampire dating app is so modern.
It's blaming.
Come on
Okay.
now, boss. Not every app out there is designed too good, but we can't expect machines to run themselves. Well, that's some blaming right there.
You are correct, Samuel. It was only hypothetical, of course. I do endeavor to keep up with the time. By the way, thank you again for teaching me Control V and Control C the other night. What a delightful trick.
That's about where he's at.
Oh, yeah. Way faster than going through the edit menu all the time.
Oh.
You youngsters always find the latest tricks. Let's keep going, though.
Oh gosh.
Did you see the football game the other night?
I feel like
My
I've had
preferred
the
team
same
played
interaction
great
with a
skill and should
coworker.
have won. The referee was clearly an agent of the Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord.
Now, hold on, Andy. I think I saw the game you're talking about, and you're just blaming the ref for your team's mistakes. You got a great tight end, but one that plays a little dirty.
Okay.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean it like that. Oh, heck, I can't talk right today.
It's quite all right. Isn't getting dirty the point of play? It is the fault of the cursed sun that we must live in darkness.
Blame.
The sun can't help being the sun, so don't go blaming it. The way I see it, we got our place, and that ain't nobody's fault.
Well done, Samuel. Perhaps the sun is even more brilliant in our memories, and seeing
Got
the
it.
real thing would spoil it.
Well,
Okay.
that's one way of thinking about it.
There are some blaming distortions you missed in there, my friend. Listen once more.
Huh?
I turned into a bat the other day and flew right into a tree. Who put that tree there?
Oh, I missed the first one.
Blaming
Yeah.
someone else or the tree for you being clumsy, that ain't gonna do anyone much good. I smacked into my fair share of trees back when I was a youngster, but that was definitely my fault.
Of course, there is no shame in being a novice flyer as a young vampire, but we can be insecure creatures. That's our humanity at work.
I think I get it. I ain't trying to erase what I did. I'm just bitter
Some
that I
are
felt
silly,
like I
though.
had no choice
Yeah.
at all. And it all goes back to the United States taking my daddy away for their manifest destiny.
Oh no. Were you not paying attention, Sam?
Mad at him too. Dying for his country. What kind of nonsense is that? How'd his country pay him back?
Oh man, it sounds like Edmund. Oh man.
By making my poor ma marry a drunk who beat the daylights out of her and his kids? Ain't no damn wonder I turned out the way I did.
Oh man, there's a bunch in
That
there.
must have been devastating, Samuel. Countries are not human. They cannot feel, and stories such as yours prove it.
Aw, but he's not beating him with all those distortions. He's validating him.
I mean, what the hell, Andy? My daddy's corpse didn't give a shit about no United States of America. It's kind of funny when you think about it. He died fighting the British so the U.S. could say they own Missouri. Who the fuck cares?
Oh!
I'm telling you, Andy, the best thing about being dead is realizing how little that nationalism crap matters.
Oh, snap.
Desire for identity can create monsters worse than we.
Oh.
What happened after your father died?
Oh, shit. He's spitting truths. Desire for identity. When you make when you make something outside of yourself your identity, it can create monsters worse than the vampire. Wow.
Well, we didn't have
This is
nothing.
great.
The money was running out, so my mom got married to a hard man who drank even harder.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I accept this applause for my my wise words.
He beat up my older brother, Jeb, for fun. And once Jeb started fighting back, dear old stepdad came for me. And that's when my brother killed him.
Dang. It's really fascinating, especially in the South where I live. I'm in Tennessee. how many generations are affected by war because people, they didn't have therapy back then. They just had a bottle of whiskey, man. If you couldn't cope, you didn't have the tools in your toolbox to do so, a lot of people would just get lost to alcohol. Yeah, I am Southern. I'm actually Southern. Yeah. I'm a Tennessee person, which I did not say in an accent at all just now. But yeah, that creates war creates some broken people with PTSD and who turn to addictive things, and it just creates trauma throughout the generations, and it takes forever to break free from that. Like I can look back, talking to parents and grandparents and great grandparents, just how the Civil War affected my family and created just a cycle of abuse from people who just couldn't deal. Anyway.
It sounds like a tragedy from our own country's mythology. I am sorry that such a thing happened to you, Samuel. Your brother was brave.
Wow.
No kidding. We went on the run together, but he was the one who kept us alive and fed, mostly through stealing and begging. Once we stopped being cute, begging didn't work anymore, so we moved up to robbing and killing.
Whoa.
Killed my first man at 12, and then it got a little too easy.
Dang.
That is young. I cannot imagine how difficult that must have been, Samuel. My country asked me to kill at 20, and I still remember how devastating it felt.
Yeah, well, nobody told me to do it. Like you said, that was all me. I don't think anyone was surprised either.
You probably had a lot of anger.
When my brother and I rode into a town, you should have seen the way people looked at us. They knew we were trouble, and we were determined as hell to prove them right.
Ugh.
A moment, Samuel. I believe this is an opportunity for some growth.
Oh, here we go.
It's them distortions again, huh?
To err is human, as they say. Do not be discouraged. There is something in what you just said that you cannot be sure of. Can you tell me what it is?
Oh crap, what did he just say? He stopped being cute. The people knew he was trouble. Nationalism is neat, actually. Yeah, desperation is a very bad motivator. Exactly. He's definitely still cute.
Is it that I stopped being cute?
Well, yes, that is certainly a distortion. My patrons have told me they find you adorable. But I was looking for a different distortion.
Yeah, I know that's not what you were looking for, Andy.
I guess there ain't no way of knowing that people thought we were trouble.
That's right, Samuel. There is one way of knowing exactly what they were thinking, and that would be to read their minds.
Oh, mind reading. That's one.
Thus is
Here we
the
go.
cognitive distortion called mind reading.
Oh,
yes, we can
that's a
weigh
big
evidence and make predictions, but never with complete certainty.
I was a dirty little thieving murderer. I don't blame him for judging me.
First, that's labeling. Second, one of those people might have been patient and gentle, one that had an experience like yours. You cannot know.
That's true.
With your mind reading, do you see how you made everyone your enemy?
Yep.
Yeah. You're right. You're damn right.
When you worry about people judging you, the only person judging you is yourself.
No one expects a child to be perfectly aware of themselves and the world, Samuel. Remember, start with compassion for yourself. Here, let us do an exercise to help you recognize mind reading.
Mind reading definitely comes from a place of anxiety and self-blame. I've been there too. I understand.
Jesus Christ would have disliked the idea of anal intercourse.
I was having a moment. I was being real, and now here we are. Damn it. Hello, right? What the fuck? I love this game so much. Oh my god. Okay. Mind reading.
I know that's mind reading right there. Unless you asked Jesus Christ himself and he told you, there's no way you'd know how he feels about butt sex.
I'm getting my money's worth right
Very
now.
good, Samuel. Many in my time have claimed to know the mind of Jesus Christ, and none of them have ever even met him.
Maybe he gets all the way around the corner.
You were there when he was kicking around. You ever meet him?
What'd he say? What'd he say about it?
No, that part of the world was never really vampire-friendly. The chair you're sitting in is one of his, though. Magnificent, isn't it?
What? What? Wait. The chair you're sitting in is one of his, though.
Jesus Christ made this chair?
He was a carpenter.
I bought it cheaply before he became a big deal. He was certainly ahead of his time as a carpenter.
It looks so plush.
Dang. Now I feel awkward sitting in this thing.
I would feel awkward too. Not gonna lie.
It's more than 2,000 years old, Samuel. It is still just a chair, and it's experienced millennia of past wind. Don't worry about it.
This entire exchange is it's too
Crimson
much.
is upset with me because I forgot to take out the garbage. I know, because she told me so. How is this mind reading? I don't know. I'm gonna click it. Here we go.
You sure that's why Crimson's mad at you, boss? It seems a pretty minor thing to be upset about.
That would not set off my anxiety at all. Thanks. Yeah, me either. Like my butt is not worthy to sit in this. Okay, all right, that's not
It is up to Crimson whether she is upset or not.
This should
If
be
she
in a
tells me why she is
museum.
upset, I am not reading her mind.
Oh,
That
okay.
is the nice thing about good communication. One never needs to wonder.
Yep.
Dang, so it's not mind reading then.
No.
Correct, Samuel. Let us keep going, though.
Okay.
I sent my friend Vlad an internet message, and he left it
Vlad.
on red. He must hate me.
Well, that's mind reading, right? Disqualifying the positive? Yeah.
We are
No.
focusing only on the mind-reading cognitive distortion, Sam.
I clicked that last time, and that wasn't
I
it.
sent my friend.
That's
Okay,
some
here we
mind
go.
reading for sure. There's no way you know what Vlad's thinking. Maybe he wasn't ready to answer, or maybe he forgot.
I never thought it.
Excellent, Samuel. That's correct. There are endless reasons why
There was
Vlad
mind
would leave
reading
my
for
messages
sure,
on
yeah.
red, and only Vlad knows them. Reading too much into an internet message is a massive waste of time.
Oh boy.
Well,
No
the Pony
comment.
Express was a lot healthier, I think. This internet stuff makes people get real nutty.
Mortals are in more of a rush than we are, I'm afraid. Let us continue.
Okay.
One of the patrons of my club was having dirty thoughts about me. I know because I read his mind with my vampiric powers.
No fair. No fair. That's technically mind reading.
Wait just a sec.
How is that not mind
Definitely
reading?
mind reading.
Ah!
You read the fella's mind, so you knew what he was thinking.
Dang it.
That was a trick example, Samuel. It is not a cognitive distortion if I know the contents of his mind for sure.
You bastard.
However,
You
while it is
mystic
not a
bastard,
distortion,
you.
It is rude to read another's thoughts, so I choose not to do so. It is better for all if private thoughts remain so.
You didn't actually read his mind then.
No, but at my age, the signals are obvious. He was having very dirty thoughts indeed. Would you like to hear them?
No. Did you hear the way he said that? He was like excited, like, would you like to hear them?
Come on, boss.
No.
I can't resist teasing the American a little. I will
Peter,
proceed
I
with
said
more
yes.
mind-reading statements. I told
Okay.
our bouncer, Bert, a funny joke the other day. He was quiet, but very amused.
Well, that's mind reading.
How the heck would you know if Bert was amused by your jokes? That's clearly mind reading.
You are correct, Samuel. No one knows what Bert is thinking.
And no one will ever know.
I like to think he dreams of butterflies. But who can say?
Who can say?
I don't think he's thinking of butterflies.
It makes me think of like that one really big guy in Entangled that really liked like unicorns, and like the guy that really liked baking. There was a
Then
whole
you are
song
mind
about
reading,
it.
Samuel. Let Bert be Bert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I believe you now understand that mind reading may have closed the door on some opportunities for you.
I suppose. I can't really know either way, but I guess that's the point of all this. Knowing what's real and what's not.
Entangled. Tangled. Tangled, the Disney movie.
Exactly.
Said that
Samuel.
like Mickey Mouse.
So tell me, what happened to you and your brother?
Oh, here we go. Here's the
You don't know
backstory.
already. I thought we were famous Wild West outlaws. They called us the Handsome Boys.
The Handsome Boys.
Young and good looking. I think we made as close to a living as possible while keeping up a life like that for some 35 years.
It was good. I liked
They
it.
stopped calling us the Handsome Boys eventually. Mostly they just called us those two some bitches.
Those two some bitches.
Jeb and I married a pair of sisters, even talked about settling down in some kind of fashion. I guess we got greedy though. One last big job, as they say in the pictures.
Oh no.
Met this fella in a saloon who'd heard of us. Went by Ernie. He said he'd help us take down the Pioneer Missouri Bank. A take of $30,000, split 3 ways.
I wonder how much that was.
That's about $1 million
today's-
in today's dollars.
Oh,
That kind
okay,
of money was
okay.
unthinkable back when.
Thanks for that.
We got the money all right, but my brother got shot in the head. Dead
Oh.
before he even hit the ground.
Oh.
I didn't know who did it. So in my rage, I killed every soul in that bank.
Whoa.
Ernie and I ran off with that dirty money, but weren't nothing the same after that. When she heard the news, my sister-in-law was screaming so loud she scared the coyotes away. My wife left with her that night, and I didn't see either of them ever again.
Whoa.
Not sure I wanted to. I had $15,000 and no interest in spending it. Just sat there in a sack. When Ernie invited me to join his gang, I saw no reason not to.
Oh, damn.
I'm pretty sure I signed that devil's contract as soon as I started killing them folks in the bank.
Whoa. He's like the worst Wolverine in the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
I am sorry, Samuel. That is a truly horrifying story. I can hear the pain in your voice. Your brother was precious to you.
Yeah. He wasn't a good man, Andy. But he kept me safe. Without him, I knew I'd be doomed. I was certain I had no choice but to join the Mystic Bastards.
Oh, man. I'm so sad.
Yeah, I know. Cognitive distortion.
I know you know, Samuel. A new one, but I think you can identify it on your own. What is the cognitive distortion you are displaying now?
He was too sure of his fate.
I was so sure I was right to join the Mystic Bastards. Ain't nobody could have convinced me otherwise.
Indeed, Samuel. This cognitive distortion is known as being always right.
Oh,
and
yikes.
when you are always right, your choices are limited, even if they lead to doom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you immediately limit everything.
We become so convinced that only we have the appropriate perspective, even in a world of infinite possibilities.
Ugh.
One would expect immortals
book
to be
about
immune
that.
to this distortion after seeing their beliefs challenged over generations. But we are just as susceptible to being always right.
Yeah.
Let's try some examples so you can identify when I am always right.
Okay.
I have the experience of ages. My authority cannot be questioned.
Always
Okay,
right.
Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Excuse me?
Just something I hear the kids say when old mortal folk are acting like they're always right. The folks born after World War II are real good at destroying the world, but they assume age leads to wisdom. It ain't necessarily so.
Oh, dang.
You are always right about that. Well done, Samuel. With my multi-generational economic expertise, I am confident that market conditions will result in mass layoffs in the next quarter.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly the emote that I wish I could. The emote I wish I could do on my face right now. Always right.
Hold on, you
What?
can't know
What?
that
What?
layoffs are going to happen after the next
Oh, it's
financial
mind reading.
quarter.
My bad. My bad. I was thinking about emotes.
I did not say that I was certain, just that I had earned confidence in my prediction. Modern stock markets are run by a cabal of dark cultists, and one can make educated predictions about their behavior.
Well, you got a point there. Thanks for that.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, you think my streams are comfy and cute? Is there a reason why you tagged as scuffed? Oh well, I feel like every time I stream, there's always something because I am still a new streamer. Like when this stream and the last stream, I started talking with my mic muted. Like, there's often something. So it's okay though. It's not mean. I appreciate it. Because you're like, but you're not scuffed though, and I appreciate that so much. I have my moments.
Yes, they sacrifice all to the dark god of ever-increasing profit. You should know this, Samuel. Their dark gospel reigns supreme in your land.
Oh gosh, be right. I don't think you were here last night, but I was streaming the beginning of this last night, and we were talking about some of the let's see, one of the channel point redeems is this one. It's like I've got like a buffering stream thing like this, and then I've got that's for when I get overwhelmed and you just kind of freeze up for a moment because there's got too much information coming in, like when a raid starts. Like, I get overwhelmed with all the things that I need to say and all the people I need to respond to, and it just go irk like that. You just go irk. and let's see, I put another one that is like a technical difficulties thing that people can do when things are scuffed. Here it is.
We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stay tuned.
Are we all clear? Okay, we're all clear. Great. All right, hit the red button. No, not that button!
I love Freakazoid. That's from Freakazoid. But yeah, I was talking about adding this to my stream and kind of leaning into some of my own faults, but I found that I was actually kind of labeling myself. So this has been an interesting video game to play, let me tell ya. Okay.
Oh, right. I guess I never thought as institutional investment bankers as dark cultists, but you're right. That's exactly what they are.
That's exactly what they are.
If only they had chosen a more ethical god than unrestrained capitalism.
Oh man. They going into it.
Into a vampire inevitably results in resentment.
I love that. I have a pile of games that are all about like philosophical stuff and like exploring different themes of being a human.
I know for a fact that vampires become misanthropic as they age. I do not need your perspective.
I don't need your perspective. Yeah, that's always right.
Now hold on, you ain't always right. You thinking we're gonna turn into misanthropes is limiting you from making new vampires, but that's just your thinking.
Very good, my dear Samuel. Caution is warranted when bringing a new soul into the dark, but I must consider perspectives other than my own.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
I have not had much good fortune with my children of darkness, but I am indeed not the only judge of character.
Oh, let's see. One of my favorite games like that is To the Moon. And that's a good one for stream. It's like 4.5 hours long, I think, to beat it. But it was made in RPG Maker, and just one guy made it. And it's about just this one man's entire life. But it's got like some sci-fi and humor in it. It's a whole experience, To the Moon. And let's see what else. Last Day of June. I haven't played that, but I have it. I have a list of things. I do. My favorite game of all time, forever and always, is Journey, which kind of is a parable, so it can mean a lot of things for different people. And I'll stream that eventually.
You got kids, Andy?
Oh, that's a good question. You got kids, Andy? Tell us.
I had many dark children before I recognized the gravity inherent in doing so.
Oh, man.
I only wish more of my brethren could learn what a responsibility it is to begin the unlife of another.
Oh, dear.
I know the internet is a passing fad. I have seen technology come and go, so I can trust my own expertise.
Always right. Or is it mind reading? No, it's always right.
I think you're doing a little always right there, Andy. A lot of folks had unwavering confidence that the fax machine was going to stick around forever, but they weren't right neither.
Truly? I still use my fax machine.
He said, "What are you talking about?"
Mode of communication among vampires here in Germany.
Heck, I guess that just proves no one is always right about technology.
There are still some always right cognitive distortions to find, my friend. Listen closely.
Okay.
I have the experience of ages. My authority cannot be questioned.
Oh yeah. This is the one that I didn't get right last time. Wait, what did I put last time? See, this is where you would use the buffering channel point. What did we choose? What was it? I don't remember. I literally don't remember right now. Always right. I said always right last time. Didn't I? Didn't I? I'm questioning myself. I did. Mind reading. Okay, mind reading.
We are trying to determine when I am exhibiting the always right distortion, Samuel. Please concentrate. I have the
Okay, Boomer.
Dang it. Okay.
Excuse me?
Here we go.
Just something I hear the kids say when old mortal folk are acting like they're always right. The folks born after World War II are real.
Yeah, we already said
always
this.
right about that. With my multi-generational economic expertise, I am confident that market conditions will result in mass layoffs in the next quarter.
It's okay. Multi-generational economic expertise. Current market. Blaming, disqualifying, positive. Mind reading. You can't always know. So mind reading.
You're trying to determine when I am exhibiting the always right distortion, Samuel. Please concentrate.
Every time we do one of these, it's like you're supposed
With my multi-generational economic
but there's always one that
expertise,
isn't.
Hold on, you can't.
That's
know
not right
layoffs are
either.
gonna happen after the next financial quarter.
He said, "Did you? Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? Y'all see what I'm seeing?" He says we're trying to determine if it's always right. I clicked always right.
I did not say that I was certain, just that I had earned confidence in my prediction. Modern stock markets are run by a cabal of dark cultists, and one can make educated predictions about their behavior.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes. They sacrifice all to the dark god of ever-increasing profit. You should know this, Samuel. Their dark gospel reigns supreme in your land.
Okay.
Right.
Capitalism,
I know that
cultists,
turning
blah,
another
blah,
into
blah.
I know for a fact
Maybe.
that vampires become misanthropic as they age. I do not need your perspective.
That's when we said mind reading, but it was always right.
And now hold on, you ain't always
there we
right. You thinking we're gonna turn into misanthropes is limiting you from making new vampires, but that's just your thinking.
Very good, my dear Samuel. Caution is warranted when bringing a new soul into the dark, but I must consider perspectives other than my own. I have not had much good fortune with my children of darkness, but I am indeed not the only judge of character.
You got kids, Andy?
I had many dark children before I recognized the gravity in. I only wish more of my breath. I know the internet is a passing fad. I have seen technology come and go, so I can trust my own expertise.
I mean, always right, right?
I think you're doing a little always right there, Andy. A lot of folks had unwavering confidence that the fax machine was gonna...
Truly? I still use my fax.
We did this.
I guess that just proves...
There are still some always... I have the experience of ages. My authority cannot be questioned.
This was... Okay. We did mind reading. We did always right. How can it be either blaming or disqualifying positive? You know what I'm saying? I'm confused on this one because I already chose these two. Okay, we'll try this one.
We are trying to determine when I am exhibiting the always right distortion, Samuel. Please concentrate.
I clicked always right.
I
You
have the
bastard.
experience of ages. My authority...
Okay, Boomer.
What? We did that because you said okay, Boomer.
Just some the folks
click,
born...
click, 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 click.
Well done. With my multi-generational economic expertise, I am confident that market conditions will result in mass layoffs in the next quarter.
That's mind reading. Because he doesn't know. But I did that, and it said no. But the first time, I chose always right. Maybe I'm mixing this one up with the other one. Ah, dang. Always right.
Hold on, you can't know that layoffs are gonna happen after the next financial.
I did not say that I was modern stuff.
Wait, are you
click?
I know that turning another into a vampire inevitably results in resentment.
Okay, here's one. I clicked through the other one accidentally. Inevitably. Okay, that's mind reading.
We are trying to determine when I am exhibiting the always right distortion, Sam. Please concentrate.
Oh my god.
Turning another into a vampire inevitably.
That sounds like you're always right. I know a lot of us vampires ain't too happy with our lot in life, but we ain't always resentful.
That is correct, Samuel. Of course, we must be careful when choosing whom we turn and when.
Okay.
Choosing to live forever is not a choice casually made.
So how is it not mind reading when you're assuming that the other person is resenting you? This one's got me. This one's got me.
It ain't usually a choice at all.
But we will endeavor to break that cycle, my friend. We have enough clients already without having more resentful immortals running around. Let us continue.
I think I get it, boss. If I had found folks to listen to other than myself, maybe I wouldn't have joined up with Ernie's gang.
Yeah.
Perhaps, perhaps not. You had plenty of reasons for making the choices you made. Reflecting on them is what helps us to grow.
Yeah, I'm a lucky fella all in all. I did some stuff with those vampires that I was pretty sure erased any humanity I had left, but I was wrong. Them transcendentalists I hold up with were ready to help me no matter how nasty I was.
Them transcendentalists.
I know I've done a lot of thinking on my own, but I owe them everything.
I've done a lot of thinking on my own, but I owe them everything. Is that so, Samuel? Can you point out your own distortion there?
Disqualifying the positive. Yeah?
It's my old favorite sneaking up on me, disqualifying the positive. I did plenty of work on myself.
That's right, Samuel. And why were the transcendentalists able to help you? We just went over it tonight.
He wasn't mind reading.
I wasn't assuming they thought I was scum, which would have been mind reading. I let them help me.
Yeah.
Excellent, Samuel. Your capacity for self-reflection, and so quickly, is truly inspiring.
Well,
I almost feel as though my blood is
about 10
circulating on
minutes
its
there. Or it wasn't.
Oh, come on, Andy. I'm just a fella.
I'm just a little guy.
You have earned a reprieve from disqualifying the positive, my friend. Embrace it. I believe we have had a productive session today. Let us not press matters. This is difficult work, and you are handling it wonderfully. How do you feel?
You know, I feel okay. Somehow it's better than feeling good. What happened is what happened. Some bad stuff happened to me, and I did some bad stuff. And none of it lasts forever. That's the nice thing about having all the time in the world.
True that.
Your trials have made you wise indeed, my dear Samuel. Now rest, my friend. You shall soon share your wisdom with your clients. I wish you a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's early coffin time for me tonight. Have a good night, Andy.
I think I'm gonna wrap things up because it's about 4 hours in. That's usually my cutoff point.
Rest in peace.
So let's see. That leaves us with probably one more stream. Yeah, really.
Samuel, greetings. You look a bit pale. May I offer you something to drink?
Save. Overwriting. And return. Yeah, let's raid out real quick. Let's see here. Real quick. Well, well, now I'm sad. I'm sorry. I want to go eat something too. I too am hungry. I want to go eat my paschetti that I made a little while ago. Okay, alright. Let's see. Who can we raid? Away it goes. Pew! Who do we have? We got Mary Mello. Trying to find some people kind of within my little circle. I follow so many people. I gotta really dig to find people I recognize. Yeah, the only one that I actually know is Mary, I guess. Who is playing Sunhaven right now. Spaghetti! Yeah! I'm gonna eat spaghetti and lurk in Mary's stream for a little bit. Okay, thank you for joining me, everybody. We probably have at least one more stream of Vampire Therapist, most likely early next week, between Monday and Wednesday. After that, I think there's some DLC, which we might do later. And we'll probably do a Renfield watch party at some point around next weekend. All right. Whee! Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys. Okay. Enjoy your supper, B-Rice. I will also go enjoy my supper. Let's go jump on Mary's stream. I love Miss Mary so much. She's so kind. Please follow her if you think that she is kind and wonderful and good too. Alright, Mary Mellow. 'Cause we call her Mary Mellow. Starting a raid. Oh, wait, let me get the thing. Raid. Oh, raid message. I forgot I changed it. There we go, there we go. Alright, here's our raid message. We gonna go over to Mary Mellow's stream. Thanks, you guys. See you later. 3 seconds. 2, 1. Bye-bye.